Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Happy New Year. Thank you for joining us here on the Vaudacity Network on this New Year's Day 2023, where we're keeping up the tradition we started last year with a live screenplay reading, original screenplay reading right here on the network, starring members of the Vaudacity cast. And we're just so excited. I'm so excited to be here with all of you and that you're joining us here, and so grateful, so thankful for the entire cast and crew that came together today to make this happen on a holiday. And to spend an evening with our family and just share some creative artwork that has been created over the years. This actually, I got my dates confused on recent shows when I was talking about this, but we did the first reading of the first draft of this screenplay in March of 2017. It was at Paulie's Picnic number 8 in Long Beach at the dance company, and I know a lot of you who are out there watching right now were there on that day. And it's been a minute. A lot has happened in life, in the world, in history, and this screenplay went up on the shelf or in my hard drive and stayed there silently as life and other things happened. And we were thinking about how fun last year was when we got together on the 1st of January to read A Ticket to the World. And I was like, I would love to do something like that again, but I don't have like the time to write a whole new screenplay in 10 days kind of a thing. Crazy, right? So Jamie just mentioned, why don't we do the second draft of The Dreamer? And I had been just kind of nipping, tucking, and doing some edits over the years on it, but I knew I wanted to make some changes that I knew it had to be fixed. And I feel like while it's still a work in progress, this is draft number 2. It's going to be brought to life today by so many amazing family members that I'm blessed are here. And I just can't wait to hear it be read. As anyone who writes knows that just hearing the words and seeing the way the story plays out, if it's just done continuously and you're not just working on a scene here, a scene there, can lead to new ideas, fresh story arcs. And this is just step 2 on this screenplay's journey, but just so happy to be sharing it with you. And I appreciate you for being here, just like I appreciate all of the performers who are dedicating their holiday evening to bringing this to life tonight. Performers, if you're here, please turn on your cameras and I will introduce everyone. Give it up for each of these performers. Dan Franklin, Hunter Ackerman, Amanda Benjamin, Frank Romeo is here to narrate. We're so thankful for that. Dylan White, Darrin Ingram, Jamie Carganilla, Craig Jackman, and a slight change in cast this evening. Stephanie Renee Wall will unfortunately not be able to join us this evening, but stepping in last minute to save the night is Katie McTire. Give it up for, yes. Thank you, Katie. Katie, Jamie, Craig, Darrin, Frank, Dylan, Amanda, Hunter, Dan, I appreciate you. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. And he'll never show his face, but behind the scenes, producer, stream director, Sam Miklich has been working feverishly to turn this just the screenplay that's just words on paper into something we can present to you this evening. We invite you. I know when we show original movies or films or stories on the network, we ask you to stay out of the chat. But when we're reading a screenplay like this, it's completely up to you. If you'd like to react with everyone else who's in the live chat here on YouTube, feel free to do that. And if you want to just turn off the live chat and enjoy and let your mind imagine and watch it as it happens, feel free to do that as well. And if you want to stick around after the reading, we will have a short discussion and Q&A if anybody has any questions about anything and the process, and you just want to talk about it, and you go ahead and hang out. But hopefully everyone's off tomorrow, and this is like a Friday night for everyone. And I love you all once again for being here, and give it up one more time for the cast and crew. I'll do it. Yeah. Without any further ado, it is our absolute pleasure to introduce to you the second draft of my original screenplay of The Dreamer.
Through the darkness, a voice.
A curse, disguised as a blessing. It's so cliche, but it's my story.
Fade in. Exterior desert road, day. A man walks down a long desert road wearing a backpack-style guitar case on his back. A faded yellow duffel bag clutches tightly to his shoulder. He totes a small rolling suitcase with one hand. In his other hand, 2 red envelopes.
I'm lonely. I have to be. The quiet in my mind is deafening. It must be this way for me to do my work.
Exterior, Manhattan. Times Square, night. The man, carrying 3 envelopes, walks peacefully through the crowded square.
To stay sane, I have to keep myself connected. I find messages through the silence.
Quick flash, Central Park, Bethesda Terrace, night. The man fights with 3 hoodlums. One fires a gun at him. Exterior, Paris, dawn. The man crosses an empty street, carrying 1 envelope, approaches a mailbox.
The messages are unfiltered. Pure.
He opens the mailbox. Exterior, Paris, Notre Dame, noon. Sirens blare. The man runs full sprint past the cathedral. Emergency medical vehicles speed by in the opposite direction. Exterior, Portland, Oregon, Hawthorne Bridge. The man walks across the bridge.
No matter how confusing or foreign they may seem.
Exterior, Portland, downtown. He drops several red envelopes in a public mailbox, shuts it.
The messages originate from within me.
Exterior, Portland, Keller Fountain Park. He meditates to the sound of the fountain's rushing water.
My true self.
Fade to black.
My heart.
Title: The Dreamer. Fade in. Exterior, downtown Los Angeles, street, late morning. An older model minivan pulls to a stop at the curb in the shade of this concrete jungle. Exterior, office building, curb, continuous. Out of the van hops Walter, 45, a man whose average face owns a constant look of indifference. He wears thick, horn-rimmed glasses, a faded flannel dress shirt, and a tie that doesn't go with it. He clumsily hustles to the parking meter, fumbles for coins in his pocket, drops a few, puts one in the meter, and opens the cluttered back hatch of the van. He fishes through clothes, old bags, empty soda cans, and etc., and finds a leather folder. From it, he produces 1 red envelope. He closes the trunk, enters the building. Exterior, cafe, patio, lunchtime. Matt, Rachel, Derek, and Aaron, 4 beautiful late 30-somethings, wrap up a rousing lunch date. Rachel and Aaron take a selfie with their Bloody Marys. They check the photo.
Oh, hate it. One more.
What's wrong with the first 3?
Matt!
Or real.
My hair, it's like too flat.
Oh, well, flip your part.
She does.
Yeah. Boom. Perfect. You're beautiful, Rach.
Okay, this drink is beautiful. I have to do it justice. The bartender's a fan of the blog. I want him to continue to support, if you know what I mean.
Yes, well, then of course.
They raise their drinks and pose for another.
Oh, free drinks!
Aaron, come on.
Cheese!
Not much of an appetite today, bud.
No.
He has a surprise meeting at work a little later.
Oh, with the boss?
Yeah, kind of scary. You're not getting fired, babe. Why would he fire you?
He wouldn't.
Derek, tell him. He would never fire him.
Derek hesitates. Interior news agency, top floor, corner office. A man in a perfect suit prepares 2 glasses of whiskey rocks. This is Ace Worth, 60, an old-school media shark. He exudes cutthroat confidence. He extends a glass to Matt, who waits nervously.
Cheers.
Sir?
Clink. They sip, simultaneously savor.
So, are we drinking a good news or bad?
I can't invite you up just to enjoy your company?
There's a first for everything.
They laugh, because it's true.
Please, sit.
They both do. A beat. The silence is like a standoff. Who can wait the longest without squirming?
Must be a challenge. Working for me? Are you enjoying it here?
Oh. Yeah. Yes.
And how do you feel it's going down there?
I think it's going well. Of course, I'd rather be up here.
Well, side hits have increased since you took the helm in that unit. My partners are quite impressed with your work.
It's just click traffic, smoke and mirrors.
And you want to break the big stuff. You think you can run with the best?
What can I say? It's in my blood.
Worth nods.
Your girl, your fashion blog girl.
Rachel.
Yes, Rachel. Nash, correct?
Yes.
I've always loved that name. Nash. Brings imagery of a scrappy fighter, ferocity. Is she ferocious?
No.
Ah, not wife material?
It's not like that. We've been, it's off and on. She's fun. We have fun. Usually.
Well, that sounds like a waste of time. Anyway, the important stuff. I had a visitor today, unannounced. You know how much I love that.
Worth draws a business card from his pocket, tosses it on his desk for Matt to fetch.
Recognize the name?
Matt picks it up, reads it, shakes his head no. Worth opens his desk, pulls out a red envelope.
Recognize that name?
He hands the envelope to Matt. Matt scans the envelope, flips it, reads a name along the broken seal. His eyes grow wide.
What?
Says he's doing one interview. One. Then he's going to disappear. Forever.
He's doing it? He's actually going to retire on his birthday.
Read the damn thing, will you?
Matt pulls a handwritten letter from the envelope. His eager eyes can't absorb it quickly enough.
He could have picked any media outlet in the world, and he chose us. He chose you.
Matt flips the page, reads the back.
Big steps take sacrifice. Your persistence and tenacity brought him to us.
Matt finishes the read. He's in shock.
The interview? Who?
This is your work. It's yours. I'm proud of you, son.
Matt is speechless.
Of course, you'll have to go to him. You won't mind the drive, will you?
Silence. Matt's practically in a mouth-open coma.
Matthew?
Matt snaps out of it, smiles. Upbeat instrumental acoustic guitar plays us through the following sequence. Exterior, Los Angeles suburb, Matt's house, early afternoon. Matt and Rachel pull their luggage out of the house. Rachel struggles with the task of toting her ginormous suitcase in her high heels. They ad-lib excited conversation as they get everything loaded into Matt's white Tesla. A quick series of cuts. Matt throws his bag in the front trunk, tries to lift Rachel's massive suitcase. He's gonna need help.
We're staying one night.
Cut to, Rachel helps him lift, but it's impossible to fit her suitcase under the hood. Cut to, they maneuver the suitcase into the back seat successfully.
Good. Let's go.
Oh, wait.
She fumbles in her purse for her phone. Cut to, Rachel sets up to take a pre-departure selfie video. Matt is annoyed, eager to go.
Okay, can you look happy, please?
Matt offers an over-the-top thumbs up.
Cool. Thanks.
She pivots so he is out of frame, fixes her hair, hits record, talks to the camera.
Hey, Nationistas, what's up? Got an exciting Rachel Nation update. I'm taking a little impromptu trip to the coast with my handsome man. We're going to this really old beach town, so obviously I had to break out the Goldie. Put a link to these ride or die denim cutoffs. They are just the absolute best. They're all in my like to know it. Okay.
Matt honks the horn. Cut to Matt's car pulls away. Exterior, highway. Matt's Tesla zooms up U.S. Route 101. Cut to exterior, Camarillo Farm, afternoon. The Tesla is parked alongside a beautiful produce farm. In the background, the sun peeks over a gorgeous mountainside. Rachel directs Matt as he takes photos of her against the picturesque agricultural background. Cut to exterior, freeway off-ramp, late afternoon. Their car exits the freeway. A sign reads, Historic San Buenaventura. Shop, surf, stay, eat. They make a left off the off-ramp toward a tall hotel on the coast and fade out. The upbeat acoustic guitar song ends with this sequence. Fade in. Interior, Crown Plaza Hotel. Room on top floor, early evening. The man from the opening sequence sits alone in his room, his guitar across his lap. He slowly plucks at a few notes from the upbeat song he just finished playing. This time it sounds a little melancholy, lonelier. He stops playing, stands, and goes to the balcony doors. He stares out at the ocean. He closes his eyes and takes a deep breath, smelling the sea air. Eyes closed, connected, he begins playing a beautiful, mellow tune. And this music continues into the next scene. Interior, Crown Plaza Hotel. Another room, continuous, matching shot to last. Rachel stands at the balcony doors, admiring the ocean views.
Beautiful.
She turns, takes a selfie with her fabulous view. She checks it, posts.
This is so fun. So spontaneous.
Yeah.
Matt is at the desk organizing his research. Among the data, an open folder filled with photos. Rachel browses them.
Ooh. So is this him? Your serial Samaritan?
Yep.
He looks so familiar.
Yeah, well, he's been everywhere. He just travels the globe like an undercover Superman.
She flips through the photos. Newspaper clippings, screenshots, surveillance stills of the man on scene at plane crashes, floods, burning buildings, etc.
Guys saved at least 242 lives. And those are just the ones I've found. Who knows how many others?
What's his name?
The most common one he gives is Ben Carl. But who even really knows?
That's crazy. How is this not viral?
Well, that's been my goal for the past 3 years, but I can't get proof. He just slips away like a thief. He's in the fucking wind. No statements, no interviews.
Till now.
I'm lucky.
She takes his hand.
You earned it.
They kiss.
Well, should we go explore? Go eat?
You mean shop?
Ah, well, if you insist.
I really feel like I just need to focus and prep tonight.
Totally. Yeah, of course.
Exterior, Ventura, beach, sunset. Gulls, palm trees. A beautiful sunset over the Pacific. Exterior, Ventura, beach promenade. Rachel steps out from her hotel, strolls along the promenade. She takes out her phone, holds up a 2-finger peace sign in a selfie with the pier at sunset. She puts her phone away. Happy couples pass, hand in hand. People laugh. She looks around, lonely. She starts out across the pier. Cut to interior, Crown Plaza Hotel, room on top floor. The man, alone in his room, continues to play his guitar as the sun sets before him. Cut to exterior, Ventura, pier, dusk. Rachel at the end of the pier watches the sun as it disappears into the ocean. She leans on the rail, peering out at the darkening horizon. Sadness now in her eyes, she searches the emptiness for something or someone as the sky grows dark. Interior, Crown Plaza Hotel, room on top floor. The man plays the final notes of his song. fade to black. Over black, sounds of muffled conversation. We can't understand words, but this is clearly an argument. Some shapes of light fade in. A shadow silhouette, backlit and blurry, engages in heated conversation with another subject. As the argument crescendos, the shapes and words become clearer. The shadowed figure raises a gun. The voice is garbled, tone is unrecognizable, but we can understand its final words.
Happy birthday.
Bang. Ringtone. Fade in. Interior, Crown Plaza Hotel, Matt and Rachel's room, morning. Rachel's cell phone rings. She stirs, opens her eyes. The sun streams in. She fumbles for her phone, finds it, still in a daze, answers.
Hey.
Interior, Los Angeles, Aaron's office. Aaron is at work, wide awake.
So, how nervous was he?
Interior, Crown Plaza Hotel, Matt and Rachel's room, continuous, intercut phone conversation. Rachel sits up, in her pajamas, looks around. Matt is gone. She checks the time. It's late.
I don't know.
What?
He's not here. I guess he already left.
Typical. Well, okay, don't be offended. It's a pride thing. God forbid we send them off with a good luck kiss. We might take credit.
Yeah.
Rachel hears a groan from the bathroom.
Can I call you back?
She hangs up, rushes to the bathroom. Interior, hotel, bathroom, continuous. Rachel finds Matt leaning over the sink.
Babe!
He's clearly very ill.
Oh my God.
What time is it?
It's 9:55. Matt, what is happening?
Matt turns to her. He has sores all over his face.
Oh my God. What are those, chicken pox?
Matt groans, pushes past her out of the bathroom. She follows. Interior, Matt and Rachel's room, continuous.
Matt, oh my God, didn't you have them when you were a kid?
Obviously not.
He sits on the bed, buries his face in his hands.
No, what am I gonna do?
How do you feel?
Like shit. But what does it matter? Chicken pox. I can't do the interview with fucking chicken pox.
What do we do?
You need to go
Go?
to the interview.
Oh, I'm not doing the interview.
Someone has to. My father would.
No.
If we miss this chance.
Matt, I cannot do this interview.
Babe, the letter said if I'm a minute late, they'll be gone. Please, he's in room 1216.
Just ask him to reschedule.
Jesus Christ! What don't you get?
Ouch.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, but you're wasting time. Please, go now.
Babe, I just woke up. I need time. I'm in my pajamas. I look terrible.
It's better than chicken pox.
I don't know what to ask, babe.
Take my folder.
She looks to the desk. The folder is massive.
Oh, God.
Interior, Crown Plaza Hotel, 12th floor, hall. Ding! The elevator doors open. Rachel steps out into the hallway, reads signs, hurries down the hall. She's rocking bedhead, wearing zero makeup, carrying a giant awkward research folder, literally wearing her pajamas and high heels by Jimmy Choo. She stops at door 1216. She considers, wants to turn back, reconsiders. She's ready. Raises her fist to knock, reconsiders, looks down at her outfit.
Oh, my God.
She turns to go. The door opens. She keeps walking. Walter pokes his head out.
Hello?
Hi.
She
You
stops.
from Story Smash?
She nods. Walter gestures, inviting her in. She takes a deep breath. Enters. Interior, room 1216, continuous. This room is exactly like her hotel room, except it's immaculate. A packed suitcase is ready to go. The bed is made, and a guitar case waits, propped near the door. Morning sun streams in. The sliding glass balcony door opens. In from the balcony enters the man from the opening scene, Ben. Ben, 39, is completely average in every way. He has an interesting look and energy, not immediately identifiable by race, body type, style, or personality. Very forgettable, never unkind. He dresses very simply, solid neutral-colored linen shirt and pants. Ben sees Rachel.
Aha. Welcome.
Hello, Ben.
Ben nods, extends a hand. She sets the folder on the desk chair.
Rachel Nash.
They shake.
Of course. You met Walter?
Yeah, well, no, kind of. Sorry. Rachel.
Walter shakes her hand.
Hi.
Silent beat.
Please sit.
Oh, thank you.
Rachel picks up the folder and takes a seat on the chair. Ben sits in the armchair directly across from her. Walter stands uncomfortably in a corner. It's very awkward. This is the first interview for both of them. Rachel breaks the ice.
Well, I mean, thank God we're both in our pajamas, right?
Ben is confused. Rachel tries to cover.
I mean, why not be comfortable, right?
Why not?
Awkward beat.
Time's been good to you.
Thank you. I didn't really have time to get ready, so that's, what, have we, met?
Hillview High School. Sore bats sore.
What? Oh, no, I don't remember.
She searches her memory. This coincidence is also a surprise to Walter.
I asked for your number. Junior year chemistry class. You laughed at my face. You and your friends all thought it was hilarious.
Holy shit. Ruben, Carlson.
Ben nods. Rachel is both excited and embarrassed.
Oh my God. Sorry. You look totally different.
She takes out her phone.
No photos. It was part of the deal.
It's a selfie with an old friend. I have to show Aaron. Remember Aaron Starkey?
You gonna get another good laugh out of it?
No, come on. That was like another lifetime ago, and it's been a million years, and I've changed. I am not her anymore.
Her.
Yeah, high school Rachel, mean girl Rachel. I promise I will not post it. Please.
Walter looks to Ben. His call.
Fine.
Yay.
She gets next to him, takes the shot, and another, and another.
One more. All right. Options, you know.
She goes back to her seat.
And wow, like what a small world. You're the serial Samaritan.
The what?
That's what they call you.
Who?
Matt, the head of the research team at Smash.
Matthew Worth. Yes, he's been very diligent.
Yeah.
They attempt to get comfortable a second time. Walter clears his throat and checks his watch.
So,
She opens the folder, tries her best to fake her way through the interview.
okay, where to begin? Let me see.
Quite a book.
Yeah. Well, this may be the story of the century. The problem is we can't really tell it until we fill in some of the blanks here.
What have you got so far?
Well, once upon a time, a member of our team was doing a story on a trio of strong-armed robberies which had been thwarted by these anonymous passers-by. And upon reviewing the surveillance videos from these incidents, it happened. He discovered these Good Samaritans all had the same face. 3 different cities in the country, 3 separate robberies, same day, same anonymous hero.
Oh. That's where it began, huh?
Yes. So our analysts spent the next decade tracking this guy, collecting stories, photos, witness interviews.
Writing letters.
And one day, the serial Samaritan wrote back.
Ben nods.
Our hero will disappear after his 40th birthday, and he wants his story to be told before he goes.
Wants is not entirely accurate, but the rest sounds good.
You don't want to talk to me?
Well, I didn't say that.
You don't want to tell your story?
I don't like to talk about myself.
Okay, then why are we here?
My dreams.
Walter clears his throat again.
Let's expedite.
You should ask your questions. I got somewhere to be.
Okay, so tell me, what is your secret? How do you do it? How are you psychic? Are you Superman? How do you know where to be exactly when people need you?
I see it. Visions in my dreams. And then it happens.
Okay, so your dreams come true.
Yes.
Must be nice.
Not when they're mostly nightmares.
No. This is very interesting. So how exactly does it work? I mean, I don't mean to sound basic, but if you could just break it down in the easiest way to understand.
Quickly.
Ben and Rachel share an annoyed look to Walter.
I record my dreams in a journal. Everything I can remember. Locations, logos, descriptions, conversations, the weather. In the morning, I send my entries to Walter. He runs everything through his research process, and he solves the puzzles and figures out where I need to be and when.
Full disclosure, the system isn't perfect, but our successful conversion percentage is up to 89.5 in the last 365 days.
Well, that is very specific. And you're getting ready to give it all up?
I'm ready to be done. I turn 40 next week, and then poof, I'm going off the grid. Just tying up some loose ends.
This all sounds very fantastic.
Whether you believe it or not is irrelevant.
Walter's phone buzzes.
That's time. You gotta move.
Oh.
Ben stands abruptly, extends a hand.
Thank you so much for your time, Rachel. It was nice to see you again.
Yeah, no, thank you. It was really great to see you.
Drive safe.
Okay.
He hops toward the door. Walter gathers luggage. Ben throws the guitar case over his shoulder. Rachel stops, thinks.
Wait, this is not right.
Ben and Walter pause their task, look to her.
You said I'm the one who tells your story. You sent the letter to Story Smash.
Did.
Okay, I'm sorry. I wasn't completely honest. I don't actually work for Story Smash. I'm not supposed to be here.
Beat. Ben gives her a kind smile. Cut to interior, Matt and Rachel's room, minutes later. Matt's pacing stops when Rachel opens the door.
Well?
She shrugs. Rachel's story in voiceover.
He was fine. He wasn't super friendly, but he was clear and concise.
Exterior, Highway 101 South, noon. The Tesla cruises back down the 101.
If he's leading us on, we've been tracking the biggest hoax of the century.
Exterior, Los Angeles suburb, Matt's house, early afternoon. Matt's car pulls into the drive.
But why keep that a secret?
Interior, Matt's house, living room, a little later. Matt lies miserably on the couch. Rachel types the story on her laptop nearby.
Like, what is the point? A logistical nightmare, an epic waste of time.
Exterior, Los Angeles, hills, late afternoon. Rachel enjoys the view from a trendy hiking spot in the hills overlooking the city.
If his story is true, he's a modern-day miracle.
Exterior, Derek and Erin's house, patio. Derek, Erin, and Rachel enjoy beer and wine and a cheese plate on their patio.
Something good to believe in, especially in today's world.
Erin reads the end of Rachel's draft on her iPad.
I, for one, choose to believe in the dreamer. Oh my God! It's so good!
Oh.
No, like, this is so good.
Oh, yeah.
I'm impressed. When did you start using big words like logistical?
Okay, rude.
Shut up. Don't listen to him.
Can I see the photo?
Rachel pulls it up on her phone and hands it to him.
Oh God, we called him what? Lubin Rubin in high school. He was such a loser. Or loner.
He's a decent looking dude.
Well, yeah, now.
How's Matt?
I feel so horrible for him. He's heartbroken.
Hey, you're putting the pic in the article, right?
I don't think so.
What? No, you have to.
Definitely.
Pretty sure I swore to God I wouldn't, so.
I'm pretty sure you're not religious, so.
Even if your soul could be saved, it's not like you're ever going to see him again.
I look like shit.
Hashtag no makeup, hashtag woke up like this.
Rachel considers it for the first time.
Hashtag you have to. I mean, look, the story is great, but it ain't gonna go viral without this pic.
Rachel considers. Ding! Interior news agency top floor hall the next day. The elevator doors open, revealing a sore, scar-covered Matt and a beaming, flawless Rachel. Phones ring in the background. An intern, 18, greets them.
DeWorth Jr., Miss Nash, welcome. Right this way.
The intern hurries away excitedly.
I know where it is.
Interior news agency top floor corner office. Ace Worth swings his desktop monitor around to show Matt and Rachel the story, which includes the selfie. He seems very upset. He seems very upset.
I have never seen anything like this in my career.
Matt and Rachel sit across from him, resisting the urge to cower behind Worth's giant desk.
My phones and email are slammed. Idiots I haven't spoken to since university are trying to get a hold of me. All right, please, relax.
They do. Worth lets out a loud, joyful laugh.
Viral. Just, wow, the attention is well deserved. Matthew, you did good work. You laid the foundation with solid drive.
Thank you, sir.
Story Smash is front page of every global media outlet now. And Rachel, you're going to carry us in for the touchdown.
I am?
You, my dear, are going to post updates on this story to the homepage until he disappears. When's his birthday?
April 2nd.
Great. You've got the weekend.
I'm sorry, where am I posting?
Homepage. Main page. Story Smash.
Rachel is overwhelmed.
You want to hire me?
As a contractor on this, at least. If your shit flies, we'll negotiate the details of a permanent spot later.
She hesitates.
I'll let you promote your blog, do your advertising, whatever you do, but this will be a Story Smash piece. It's a win-win.
Rachel's overwhelmed. She looks to Matt, who is crestfallen.
I can't. I mean, thank you, sir, but I can't.
Why not?
He's gone.
Right.
Back off the radar.
Did you lose the card? Think long and hard. How can we possibly get in touch with Mr. Carl?
Matt doesn't know.
Rachel, if you worked for me and I handed you someone's business card, what would you do with it?
I add it to my contacts, tags for category, subject, and marketing.
Ah, someone who actually thinks like a journalist.
Worth opens his desk, produces Walter's card. Matt shrivels.
My son left this behind on his last visit. It's contact info for a Walter.
He hands it to Rachel.
I trust you'll take better care of it.
Ding! Interior news agency, top floor hall, moments later. The elevator doors open. Matt and Rachel enter silently. Matt presses the button for the lobby. Beat. He presses the doors close button. Again. And again. And again and again and again and again until finally the doors close. Interior, Matt's house, foyer. The front door opens. Matt enters, tosses his keys on the credenza, heads straight for the living room. Rachel follows him in at a safe distance. Interior, Matt's house, living room, continuous. Matt crashes onto the couch. Rachel hangs in the background. A long beat.
Will you come with me?
I'm not a cheerleader.
I don't want to take anything from you. I'd rather just skip it. Okay? Just tell your dad I changed my mind. Just put it on me. Seriously, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to swoop you, babe. But this is... Tell me what you want me to do.
Beat.
You're wasting time. You should go.
Rachel nods. Exits. Exterior, San Fernando Valley, late afternoon. A beautiful establishing shot of Southern California's East Valley. Exterior, Pacoima Street. A beautiful establishing shot of a street in a lower-class neighborhood. Interior, Walter's garage. Walter takes a seat upon a bar-style stool, sips his tea, scans several screens at his workstation. A laptop, a desktop computer, 2 tablets, and a smartphone make this corner of his garage resemble a 911 dispatch center.
Hello?
Walter swivels to find Rachel entering his garage from the open door. He hops up to confront her.
Hey, stop right there. Don't take another step. You're trespassing.
Rachel holds up his business card.
I need to reach Ben?
Absolutely not. We don't associate with liars.
Oh, he's pretty pissed about the picture.
Vacate my property immediately, or I'll call the police.
Okay, this is very important. Will you please tell me where he is?
Look, lady, to be completely honest with you, I don't even know the guy. I'm just an actor. He hired me to play a role in the meeting with you.
An actor?
Yeah.
What have you been in?
Well, nothing you'd know, probably. I played Tony in a community production of West Side once.
Did you?
I did, yeah.
Sing me something.
It's been a little bit. The lyrics escape me, but I assure you, I was really very good.
I'm sorry I missed that.
She turns, leaves. Slightly baffled, Walter watches her off property, makes sure she gets into her black Porsche Cayenne coupe.
And don't come back.
He turns back to his desk, notices the Palm Springs Air B&B booking confirmation still up on his main computer screen.
Shit.
Acoustic guitar music plays over. Exterior, Palm Springs, sunset. A beautiful establishing shot of Palm Springs at sunset. Exterior, Palm Springs Hotel courtyard. Ben plays his guitar by the pool. Flames from a nearby fire pit lick at the air. Exterior, Interstate 10, Rachel's Porsche travels eastbound on the freeway. Cut to exterior, Cabazon, dinosaurs. Rachel takes a series of selfies at a tourist stop just off the freeway with the world's biggest dinosaurs. Cut to interior, Walter's garage, dispatch center. Walter sees Rachel's selfie on Instagram. He picks up his phone, sends a text. Exterior, Palm Springs Hotel courtyard. Ben pauses playing to read the text, then he resumes his tune. Cut to interior, Palm Springs, Ben's room. Ben opens the courtyard patio door, returns to his room. Cut to interior, Ben's room a little later. He dines on a room service dinner, alone. Cut to interior, Ben's room, bathroom. Post-shower, in bathrobe, Ben stares at himself in the mirror. Cut to interior, Ben's room a little later. In linen pants and a cotton shirt, Ben places his journal and a glass of water on the bedstand. Fluidly and without haste or hesitation, he turns, crosses to the front door, opens it to catch Exterior, Ben's room continuous. Rachel, composing herself on the porch. The end of the music draws this uncomfortable beat to a close. She's embarrassed. She offers him a wine bottle gift bag.
I'm sorry I broke my promise. It was terrible of me, and I sincerely apologize. In a moment of weakness, mean girl Rachel took over.
You said you weren't her anymore.
I thought I wasn't. Trust me, I'm more disgusted with myself than you are, and I'm truly sorry.
Ben searches her eyes. He's not convinced, but he accepts the bag, sets it down inside the door.
Thank you. I forgive you. Could you give me a ride? I don't have a car, and I don't have a car right now. And also, you're a little late.
Yeah, of course. Where do you need to go?
Exterior, back alley, night. Rachel's Porsche pulls into a small, dark lot behind a restaurant, parks in an empty spot. Exterior, Rachel's car continuous. Ben and Rachel exit the car. They look around. Ben reads his journal. Rachel makes small talk.
It's weird. It's like, should I throw on a light sweater? I have this cute shawl I've been looking for an excuse to wear, but no, the air is like perfect, right? I mean, it looks like it should be chilly, but it's like perfectly dry, cool, just heat.
Ben remains focused on his journal. She looks around. This parking lot is dimly lit. The one helpful light flickers on and off.
You're pretty tough, right? I mean, I remember in high school, you did this thing at a pep rally where there was like karate and stuff. You were like flipping and kicking those wood things.
You talk a lot.
Yeah, when I'm nervous, yeah.
You'll want to find a place to hide.
Why?
2 cooks are about to come out that back door of the restaurant for a smoke. And shortly after, a 16-year-old hostess will be heading to her car alone.
Oh, no.
She'll be fine. But a big part of what I do relies on not attracting attention to myself. And a beautiful, well-dressed gal like yourself has no business being back here. So if you want to watch this unfold, I'm going to need you to hide.
Oh, God.
The back door opens. Rachel awkwardly drops to a crouch behind the nearest car, tries to maintain her balance in her skirt and high heels. 2 cooks emerge from the building in black smocks, engaged in conversation.
Bitch comes to the door and goes, "You're late. I'm documenting the shit for CPS, so thanks for the help."
The 2 cooks notice the random guy reading from a book in the parking lot, light up a smoke, and continue their chat.
Big for keeping cool, man. She's trying to make drama. She's still with that Vatos Loco gangbanger.
Yes, that's why I'm like trying so hard. I don't want my baby girl around that shit.
High heel footsteps approach in the alley from the front of the business. Rachel has snuck around the back of the vehicle, adjusts her position in her hiding spot to achieve a proper view of the situation. A cute hostess, 16, enters the lot. Toward her car, keys jingling. Both cooks make catcalls. Startled, the hostess's eyes adjust. She recognizes the men.
You guys are animals.
They laugh.
So?
Where you going tonight, DT? Boyfriends or mamas?
Well, ex-boyfriend is fucking crazy, so I definitely won't be going there.
Cook number
Oh,
1
good.
offers a cigarette.
Good. Then hang out.
She considers.
Okay.
She pulls a cigarette from the pack. Cook number 2 lights it. She takes a long drag, enjoys it.
Thank you.
Sorry, not sorry for your breakup.
Whatever. He was a psycho loser.
Ben sets his journal on the hood of Rachel's car and breaks into a full sprint across the parking lot toward a 2005 Ford F-150. The driver's door opens and out steps hostess's psycho loser ex-boyfriend, 17, with a 9mm Glock.
You cheater! I loved you!
Bam! Ben knocks the pistol up and free just as the gun fires. He then swings ex-boyfriend around in an arm lock and pins him up against his own vehicle. Everyone is stunned. Ben calls out orders to all parties in the parking lot.
Girl, call the police. Men, I need you to go inside.
He spots Rachel across the lot, her mouth agape.
Driver, start the car, please.
Hostess dials 911. Rachel gets in her car, starts the engine. Ex-boyfriend begins to assess his situation and calls out random improvised cries of regret.
So sorry.
The cook walks over to assist Ben.
What are you doing? I said go inside.
We can handle this, punk.
That's what Vatos Locos said.
Vroom! A van pulls into the parking lot, screeches to a stop. 3 gang members pour out of the vehicle with weapons. Gangster number 1 points at cook number 1.
There's our bitch.
The cooks and ex-boyfriend cower away. Ben steps in and engages the thugs in hand-to-hand combat. An intricate and graceful battle ensues. Ben moves like the fight is a rehearsed, choreographed dance. At one point, a gangster appears to have the upper hand on Ben, and Rachel shouts from her hiding spot.
Ben!
Visibly distracted, Ben snaps out of his graceful combat flow and looks at Rachel. This look leaves enough time for a thug to deliver a significant kick that lands on Ben's ankle with an audible crunch. Ben yelps in pain, regains his focus, gets back into his combat groove, and continues the fights back with full intensity. Soon, all bad guys out cold. Ben limps toward Rachel's car. Police sirens crescendo from a distance. Psycho ex-boyfriend makes a break for it. Ben holds up a finger.
Stay.
Oh. Okay.
He puts his hands up and surrenders back against his car. Shocked, Hostess snaps quick phone photos as Ben gets into Rachel's car and Rachel drives away. Exterior, Ben's hotel, minutes later. Rachel's car pulls to the front of Ben's hotel room. He opens the passenger side door and gets out.
Thanks again.
He winces in pain on his ankle. She lets the car idle, opens her door, and gets out.
Hey, can I help? Get you some ice? Or
No, I got it, thanks. It's a bad sprain, but he didn't tear it.
how do you know?
I get hurt a lot.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, I'm sorry if that was my fault.
No, I let my guard down. In my dreams, I was alone. You're a variable.
He sighs, looks down, disappointed and frustrated.
I'm a variable.
Hey, it's good that you're here. And you're doing good. I mean, you ask a lot of questions, but that's your job, right? We'll figure this out. How else are you going to write my memoir?
Memoir? It's a blog.
Right.
Does that mean I can come back tomorrow?
Arrive an hour after sunrise. I'll walk you through my average day.
Wow. Okay. Thank you. I'm excited.
See you tomorrow, Rachel.
She gets back in her car, rolls down the passenger window as Ben starts away.
Oh, and enjoy that bottle. It's my favorite Napa Valley cab.
Great. I can't wait to find out what it is.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm really excited. The anticipation is the best part.
For some reason, I thought you already knew. You're not a psychic.
I'm not.
That's right. Feel better. Okay, good night.
Good night.
She drives away. Darkness. Over black, sounds of muffled conversation. We can't understand words, but this is clearly an argument. Some shapes of light fade in. We've seen this before, but now things are a little clearer. The shadow silhouette, not so backlit and less blurry, engages in heated conversation with another subject. The argument is less muffled, but still unclear. The shadowed figure raises a gun. The voice is still a bit garbled, but again, we can understand its final words.
Happy birthday.
Bang. In the following sequence, Rachel and Ben's conversation is heard in voiceover throughout a montage. Over black.
Tell me how it all began.
Fade in. Exterior, Palm Springs, dawn. A beautiful establishing shot of a Palm Springs landscape.
A few years after high school, I started having this recurring dream. It started blurry, hazy, unclear, but I could recognize that I was dreaming the same dream.
Interior, Ben's room, morning. Ben wakes, fresh, sits up, writes in his journal.
Night after night, it slowly became clearer, little by little, like it was maturing, or my reception of the message was somehow being honed. I was being taught to see it.
Interior, Rachel's hotel room. Rachel's cell phone alarm sounds. She wakes.
Eventually, it came in clear, perfectly clear. It was a series of 6 numbers.
The lottery.
Interior, Ben's room. Still in bed, Ben finishes his entry.
I always considered the lotto as a tax on the ignorant. The odds are impossible, so I kept putting it off.
He closes his journal. Thinks.
Understandable. But eventually you gave in.
I took a chance.
He gets up. Interior, Ben's room. The sun sneaks through the big glass patio door.
You played the game?
Ben sits silently in meditation.
Not immediately. I had to cast aside this notion that I was a prisoner to life.
Jump cut to Ben doing Tai Chi.
That I didn't have control.
Interior, Rachel's hotel room. The sun sneaks through the windows. Rachel scrolls through her phone.
This idea that life had a plan and I was just a role player.
Rachel does her makeup.
A slave to circumstance.
She works on her hair while scrolling further through her phone.
I had to convince myself that I wasn't just some dumb kid with no friends, no direction, no goals.
Interior, Ben's room. Ben uses his phone to photograph the new entries in his journal. He emails the photos.
That even I deserved a little magic in life.
Knock, knock, knock at the door. He smiles.
But you did it. You bought the ticket.
Exterior, Ben's hotel courtyard. Morning. It's a beautiful morning. No clouds in the sky. The Rocky Mountains in the distance glow pink and deep orange in the morning sun. Rachel, fashionably dressed for a day in the desert, takes notes as they pick at a continental breakfast by the pool. Ben nods, lost in the memory.
The clerk at the convenience store. I'll never forget his face. He handed me the claim slip and said, "Thank you for coming." But he said it in a way that right there, in that moment, I knew he was handing me a very important gift. Almost as if he were passing me this incredible torch.
He breaks, takes a sip of juice.
Immediately, I could feel I had connected to something unimaginable. Something I immediately understood, but also knew I would never fully comprehend.
You won the lottery. So you wouldn't have to work.
Convenient, huh? A cosmic, karmic cash advance for the work and travel ahead of me. I was kind of on the hook after that, wasn't I?
Ben's phone rings.
And duty calls. Excuse me.
He gets up, limps to the other end of the yard, answers.
Good morning, Walter.
Interior, Pacoima, Walter's garage. Walter paces near his dispatch station, looking at Rachel's latest update on Story Smash.
You took her with you?
Yeah. I needed a ride.
What's wrong with the Uber?
Exterior, Ben's hotel courtyard. Intercut phone conversation.
Oh, relax. It's fine.
Except for the new viral photo.
She didn't take any pictures.
She didn't need to. After her new blog post this morning, some witness blasted pics of you getting into her car, and now they're calling you America's Samaritan Sweethearts, a phenomenon. Like Bonnie and Clyde, but like good people.
So what should I do?
You sent her packing, right? Right? Ben!
Breathe, man. We're just having some breakfast.
Ben looks back to Rachel, who gets up to make a phone call of her own.
We'll get rid of her as soon as you can, huh? You want to disappear when you're done? This cannot continue.
Yeah. You're right. I'll take care of it. But so what's on the punch card today?
Sounds of punch, punch, punch. Interior, Los Angeles, gym continuous. Fists pound a punching bag. Matt unleashes a combination of kicks and punches against the heavy bag. He is clearly trained in martial arts. His phone buzzes on the floor nearby. He checks the caller. Rachel. He blows off the call, launches more haymakers against the bag.
You've reached Matthew Worth.
Exterior, Ben's Airbnb backyard continuous. Rachel paces as Matt's outgoing message plays.
Leave a message. I'll contact you at my earliest convenience.
Beep.
Hey, I wish you'd call or text me back. I'm kind of starting to get worried. Call me.
She hangs up, sighs, turns. Across the yard, Ben hangs up his call, sighs, turns.
Want to push some daisies?
Interior, Palm Springs flower shop. Ben browses flower arrangements.
So, like, I know you were in karate as a kid.
Taekwondo.
That's different.
Different regions of origin, different emphasis.
He finds a bouquet of white daisies, heads toward the register to pay.
But yes, once I started doing this, I realized I had to expand my skills. I studied Muay Thai, Krav Maga, Jiu-Jitsu, Aikido.
Ben presents the bouquet to the cashier, who looks up from her People magazine, which has Ben and Rachel on the cover. She recognizes them.
Hi.
Hi.
It's on me.
Oh, please, I can pay.
No, I insist.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ben and Rachel exit. Exterior, Palm Springs, main strip. Flowers in hand, Ben and Rachel walk Palm Canyon Drive.
So when you said you felt like you were connected to something more powerful, what did you mean?
It's a recognition of a stronger connection to the source.
The source. Okay, you mean like people with near-death experiences? Like they suddenly reconnect and have knowledge of like everything, all time and experiences?
Wow. Yes, exactly.
Well, I watch a lot of A&E.
Okay, so imagine there's like this James Bond style top secret network of agents receiving orders from headquarters but not being able to actually communicate back or connect in person.
That sounds pretty frustrating.
Yeah.
If communication doesn't work both ways, what makes you feel like there's a network?
Ben spots a landmark and his next target nearby.
Hang here a sec.
Sure.
Interior, Palm Springs, street corner, continuous. A woman waits for the walk signal. She wears heavy eyeliner, or maybe her mascara is just smudged. Her gaze is cast down, earbuds in her ears. She's in her own world. Ben taps her on the shoulder. She looks up at him, confused, a little startled. She reluctantly tugs one earbud free.
Hi. Sorry if I startled you. This may sound crazy, but someone wants you to have these.
He presents the daisies. The woman sees them, loses her breath.
White daisies.
After a long beat, she accepts them, embraces them tightly against her heart. Tears silently escape her eyes. A deep breath. She looks up to the sky.
Thank you.
She looks to Ben.
Thank you.
Ben steps away. The light changes. She crushes. Exterior, Palm Springs, street continuous. Ben rejoins Rachel.
What was that?
Sometimes it's that simple.
Exterior, Palm Springs, park, a little later. Ben and Rachel wait silently in the shade, across the street from a convenience store. Rachel watches Ben, lost in his thoughts. Ben notices her watching him. He chuckles.
What?
Nothing. It's just nice to have company.
She smiles.
Okay, so what makes you so sure there's a network? What if you're the only one with this gift?
Are you familiar with the concept of synchronicity?
Yeah, it's like happy accidents, right? Crazy coincidences.
I have a feeling that synchronicity is the product of this network.
Why?
I just feel it. You know, if my feelings are true,
Seems like they usually are.
the world is... It can't just be me.
Rachel pulls a compact, checks her makeup, her hair. Ben watches her, fascinated.
What?
You spend a lot of time with that thing.
What?
You don't need that.
Oh, they're very sweet, but your reality is a bit skewed. In my world, it's a necessity.
Well, my reality is definitely skewed, but still, you don't need that.
I do.
Okay, so you don't need it so much.
After a beat, a blue-collared man in a nice suit approaches the convenience store.
Here's our guy.
Him? He's the robber?
Before entering, the man stops, nervously pulls out his phone, makes a phone call.
He doesn't look like a robber
Or
or a murderer.
no, but his mother is sick, his wife left him, and his daughter is in the hospital. He lost his job 5 months ago and hasn't told anyone. He has a painted squirt gun in his belt. Unfortunately, the clerk loves his actual guns and doesn't mess around.
Oh shit, he's a victim?
Yeah, he would be.
Ben produces an envelope, fat with cash, offers it to Rachel.
But you're going to save him.
What?
Receiving this gift right now will prevent him from dying in a terribly shameful way. My ankle hurts. I'd rather not walk over there, so please do me a favor and just go hand this to him.
No, this is not what I signed up for, Ben.
This is my life. You have no choice. Sure, you could be scared. This is strange and not what you want to be doing at all. And you'd rather be sipping Mai Tais by a pool somewhere, but guess what? If you don't do this, he dies.
She almost accepts, hesitates.
You said I'm a variable.
Yeah, this is unfolding differently than how it did in my dream because you're here. I'm trying to work with you and help you understand what I do. I wouldn't hand this to you, though, if I wasn't confident you'd succeed. This is literally just go hand that man this money.
Okay, what should I say?
It doesn't matter. Anything you want.
She considers, then takes the money. Exterior convenience store moments later. Rachel approaches the man.
Hi, excuse me, sir. My name is Rachel Nash of the fashion blog Rachel Nash Fashion. Have you heard of it?
No.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Well, I am conducting some random surveys today. Will you accept this cash gift to answer a simple single question survey?
She assertively offers the envelope. He is surprised at the fat stack of cash and accepts, stunned at his great fortune.
So this survey is completely anonymous. I don't need any information from you except your honest opinion.
Okay.
Great. Do you think I wear too much makeup?
Yes?
Rachel shakes her head. No.
No.
No? Oh, no. Okay. Thank you. Is that your final answer?
She nods yes.
Yes.
Good.
Exterior, park, continuous. Ben reads some notes in his journal. He looks up to see both the man and Rachel walking happily away from their encounter. The man disappears around a corner. Rachel approaches, all smiles.
Big win.
Yeah, he's happy.
And alive.
And you want to know what he told me?
No.
He checks his watch.
Let's grab lunch, then I gotta scoot up the mountain.
Exterior, Palm Springs, cafe, patio. Ben and Rachel finish their lunch. Rachel's eyes scan the patio.
Who are you looking for? You search every face you see. Who are you looking for?
No one. What?
I don't buy it.
You don't have to.
Wow. Okay.
Silence. She catches herself, attempts to mend the mood.
Thanks for letting me do that earlier.
You're welcome. Thank you for saving me the work.
It's unreal. The thought that little things can change so much.
Yeah.
How many lives have you saved?
I don't know.
She picks up her phone.
Bet Walter would know. I should call him. I have his number. Let me see.
Go for it.
What's your number? Just for my record.
Laughs.
Had to try. So how many lives have you saved?
I don't know.
Stop.
I have no idea.
You honestly don't keep track?
No.
I don't buy it.
You don't have to.
Oh.
Beat.
That's a lot of responsibility.
Ben nods.
How could you just possibly walk away?
I've spent 20 years living someone else's life. I've been a slave to the good. I've been beaten. My body is, and I've seen a lot of. I'm tired. I'm ready for quiet.
You think you can just make it stop?
I know I can't control the dreams.
Yeah, but won't it haunt you, still having the dreams and not doing anything to help?
I'm leaving the capabilities out of my control. I've got a one-way ticket to a remote location on the other side of the world. So day after tomorrow, I'll be gone and completely off the grid.
A one-way ticket is only one-way ticket away from getting back on the grid.
Not when you're out of money.
When will you ever be out of money?
About 30 minutes ago.
Rachel reacts.
Traveling the world isn't free. The last of my cash just went to our friend with the squirt gun.
So this is the real reason you're retiring?
It's a contributing factor.
So I'm buying lunch.
Ben looks around. The waitress and manager are pointing and whispering.
No, I have a feeling we're good.
Jump cut to photo. Rachel posing in a selfie with the restaurant staff in front of the business. Exterior Palm Springs Cafe front porch. Ben takes several additional photos of Rachel with staff. She's a new celebrity. She graciously thanks them. They wave their goodbyes. Ben and Rachel retreat to her car.
Would you mind driving? I have some writing to do.
Sure.
She tosses him the keys.
Wait, you can drive, right?
Ben laughs. Begin montage. Exterior desert highway, day. Rachel's car rolls out of Palm Springs. Exterior windmills. Ben films Rachel with her phone as she imps some jewelry in front of the iconic desert windmills. Interior Worth's office. Worth reads some charts as he paces his office. On the phone, a beaming smile across his face. Exterior mountain highway. Rachel's car rolls up a windy mountain road. Interior Matt's office. Matt sits at his desk, staring at his office walls, which are plastered with research, Ben's photo clippings, maps, articles, etc. His phone rings. It's Rachel. He clears the call. Exterior highway sightseeing turnoff. Rachel's car is parked at a vehicle turnoff, overlooking an incredible mountain view. She leans against the hood on her phone. We hear the end of Matt's outgoing message. Beep.
Matt, this is ridiculous. You can't even pick up the phone? I miss you. I'm trying here.
She hangs up, sighs, then takes a selfie with the view. Exterior, gas station. Walter flips through his phone as he gasses up the van. He sees Rachel's mountain selfie.
Damn it!
After a moment of reflection upon the picture, he slams his hand violently against the side of the vehicle, and fuming, he rubs his eyes and tries to remain calm. A gas patron nearby looks to him with concern.
I'm okay. Thanks.
Exterior mountain highway. Rachel climbs further still.
I don't know what to do. I know he's reading my texts.
Exterior, Big Bear, hiking trail parking lot. Ben stretches his sprained ankle in the mountain parking lot as he studies his journal. Rachel on her phone inside the car. Montage ends. Interior, Rachel's car continuous. Rachel into the phone.
He's flat out ignoring me. I've called, I've texted. So immature.
He's just working through it. I'm sure he's going through a lot. Derek said Matt's coming over tonight. I'll talk to him.
Okay, thanks.
Of course.
Rachel sees Ben waiting outside.
I should go. I'll call you later.
Exterior, Rachel's car continuous. Rachel gets out. She has difficulty keeping balance in the dirt with her heels.
Do you have any shoes you can hike in?
She thinks. Exterior, Rachel's car a few minutes later. Ben zips up her suitcase, closes the trunk as she struggles into some designer cowboy boots.
Oh my god, these boots are so embarrassing with this outfit.
She straightens up, checks her footing. Better.
There's nobody up here to judge.
Sure.
Ready?
And they take a step or two to embark.
Oh, wait, my phone.
She turns back to the car.
Leave it.
What if we get lost?
We won't.
How do you know?
He gives her a look.
Okay, well, still.
You'll be surprised how wonderful it can feel to be disconnected.
She considers. Exterior hiking trail a bit later. They make their way up. Ben winces in pain as he navigates up the trail on his ankle. Rachel winces in pain as she navigates up the trail in her boots. Exterior, Big Bear, top of the mountain, golden hour. They've made it to the top. They're both clearly winded and favoring their lower extremities. They reach a clearing with a beautiful view of the lake. Ben double-checks his journal.
Where are we going, anyway?
Ben looks around. It's getting close to dusk, and the view is incredible.
Right here.
Rachel looks around. Finally notices the view.
Oh, wow.
She takes it all in.
Wish I could take a picture.
You have something better than a picture. You've got right now. Make a memory.
Mental picture.
Most people tap a photo on their phone and never look at it again. Take a moment. Allow time for each of your senses to take this in. You might remember it forever without ever having to look at your phone.
Rachel understands the concept, so she tunes in. She connects with the sights, smells, sounds, the breeze. She takes it all in. She gets it. They take in the moment together. After a beat, a toddler steps into frame. Rachel sees a 3-year-old girl walking up to them, does a double take. Both girls are equally confused.
Hi there, kiddo.
I can't find my mommy.
Rachel looks to Ben. He nods.
Oh, it's okay, sweetie. We're here for you.
Exterior, Big Bear, another hiking trail, parking lot. This parking lot is filled with vehicles. Teams of people in reflective vests and jackets huddle around, study maps, etc. Search parties prepare to embark. Ben drives into the lot. Rachel gets out with the toddler. A series of shots. People freak out. The toddler is reunited with her parents. They thank Rachel profusely. Some photograph her with the family. When the people attempt to encourage Ben to come out of the car to pose with Rachel for photos, she becomes uncomfortable, declines. She hops back into her car. They pull away into the sunset. Exterior, Joshua Tree, sunset. A small single-family home sits lonely on an expansive desert lot in Joshua Tree. Two figures slowly walk the expansive acreage as the sunset paints the sky. These men are Walter and Eugene, 32.
Can't tell you how much I appreciate your help.
Well, Pop's left the land to both of us. It's yours as much as it is mine. I just live here. Sometimes. Sorta.
Crickets. They take in the vast beauty of the land.
Yeah, it couldn't be more quiet. Don't get any visitors, really. Ever. Been in the family longer than Jesus. 5 acres of hot, dry, heirloomy tradition. I don't plan to ever sell it unless you do.
No.
Beat.
The size of my item may have doubled. You okay with that?
Big brother, you can bury whatever you want out here. Just don't tell me what it is. Or where.
Beat. Walter nods.
In fact, let's just not ever mention this again. Please?
Of course.
Exterior, Big Bear, lakeside cabin, night. Rachel's car pulls into the drive of a cabin on the water. A realtor's for sale sign is posted in the front lot. They exit the vehicle.
Beautiful. Is it yours?
Till it sells. I've made arrangements.
Ben pulls his guitar case and bag from the car.
I imagine you probably have a lot of properties.
Just a few that I own. After doing this for so long, I've gained the benefit of calling in some pretty sweet favors.
He unlocks the door.
You're welcome to stay here, of course. But whatever you're comfortable with.
She considers. Exterior.
Oh, shit.
Exterior, Derek and Aaron's house, patio, night. Derek, Aaron, and Matt enjoy beer, wine, and a cheese plate on the patio. They're all a couple drinks deep. Derek reads his iPad.
Oh, shit!
What?
Yeah. Missing toddler found in the woods. America's Samaritan sweethearts save again.
Derek shows Matt and Aaron the screen.
Well, Rachel didn't write that one, did she?
No.
That moniker sure is picking up steam.
You're gonna put a stop to it, right?
I can't. It's getting clicks. Dad would destroy me.
But that's your girl. Right?
Matt sips the drink.
I don't know.
Well, I don't know why you can't just call her.
Yeah, man. I mean, at least find out where she is.
I know where she is.
Yeah?
Matt holds up his phone, reveals a map.
She always loses her keys, so we got that GPS keychain thingy.
Sneaky. And awesome.
Right?
I'm serious, Maddie. Just call her. She's so confused about you two.
Yeah, man, you can't just ignore every call and text. That's messed up.
Whatever. C'est la vie.
Meaning?
She's rocking the opportunity of a lifetime. What does she need me for?
Support.
Support.
Matt becomes slightly unhinged, snatches the iPad from Derek's hand, displays the news story.
She would have none of this if it wasn't for me. Where's my support?
He throws the iPad down onto the table. The three sit in stunned silence.
Sorry.
No, it's all good, man. Completely understandable. It's gotta be hard with your dad and everything else.
The flames from the fire pit dance.
I've been chasing his impossible approval, and that made my whole life just. I've wasted so much time.
He takes a big drink of beer and sighs.
You know, I don't even care about credits or clicks. I just want to feel like I'm doing something worthwhile. You know, I want to do something that matters. I want to make a difference.
Beat.
That's deep. You drunk?
I think so.
Another round?
Sure.
Interior, Big Bear, cabin, kitchen, night. Rachel, freshened up in her designer pajamas, drums away on her laptop at the kitchen table. Ben enters, fresh out of the shower. She closes her MacBook.
Well, you will be impressed. I just made a post without a picture.
Wow, how's it feel?
Weird. Like I'm an actual reporter.
Well, isn't that what you wanted to be? A real journalist?
What?
Remember that 10-year plan thing we did in Mr. Schuster's class?
Well, maybe now that you mention it.
Ben turns, groans as he hobbles into the kitchen.
You want me to fix you an ice pack, old man?
Thank you. No. I'm going to find some muscle relaxers of the liquid variety.
Ah, there you go.
Bottle of whiskey from the pantry.
You want one?
Sure. Yeah, why not?
He preps a pair of beverage glasses. Rachel looks around the open cabin, content in the moment. Her gaze lands upon Ben's guitar on the couch.
Do you write your own music?
Ben pours the drinks.
I play my own music. I don't do much writing.
Well, play something for me.
Cut to interior, cabin, living area. Ben plays a somber tune by the fireplace as it crackles. Rachel sits across from him on the couch. She connects to his music, understands every note. As his song ends, she wipes her eyes.
You okay?
Yeah, there's just a lot in there. Must help you process.
It's one way. There are others. Exercise, meditations. To stay sane, I have to keep myself connected. I find messages in the silence.
How?
Want me to lead you through an exercise? One of my meditation exercises?
Sure.
Should I film it?
Sure.
I was kidding. It was a joke.
Okay, of course.
Close your eyes.
She does.
Okay.
Ben begins to play a peaceful melody.
Take 3 deep, cleansing breaths in through your nose, out through your lips.
She does.
Good. Keep breathing deep. Keeping your eyes closed now, you see a hallway that leads to a single door. Behind that door lies something that is very important to you. Don't go to it yet. Just see the hallway. See the door. Notice the colors, the textures. Really see the details. Keep breathing. Now, walk to it. Nod when you're ready to go in.
She takes a deep breath and nods.
You open the door to a room. Take a moment to really see this room. Now you notice the table with the box. Walk to the table. What kind of box is there? See the color, the texture. Notice the detail. Feel it. Now, open it. You find a handwritten letter inside the box. Notice the paper. Any hints from the ink? Now, pick it up. Now, somehow you already know who it's from.
Her tears come effortlessly.
Open it at your pace. Take your time. Read it when you're ready.
He takes a deep breath, continues the exercise. After a moment, the sorrow grows stronger. She can't continue. She opens her eyes. Ben stops playing.
I can't. I'm sorry, I can't.
It's okay. It's okay. Relax.
Silence. The fire crackles. Rachel takes a few moments to recenter herself. She opens up to Ben.
My mother left us. I was 11. I didn't understand what I could have done to be so forgettable. I was destroyed. Daddy was worse.
The letter was from her.
Rachel nods, fights back another wave.
She has sent letters, real ones, asking me to forgive her.
A moment of silent reflection.
Have you written back?
She shakes her head no.
You want to talk about it?
She shakes her head no. Ben finishes his cocktail, gets up.
I'm gonna go to sleep. Make sure the fire's out before you do too.
She nods. He pauses at the hall.
The letter just now, in your meditation, from your mother asking forgiveness. That one came from within you.
She considers.
Your heart sent that.
He exits. She stares into the fireplace. Fade to black. Over black. Sounds of muffled argument. We can't understand words, but this is getting intense. Some shapes of light. Fade in. A shadow silhouette, backlit and blurry, engages in heated conversation with another male subject and a female. As the argument crescendos, the shapes and words become clearer. The shadowed figure raises a gun. The female voice screams. The male voice is garbled. The tone is unrecognizable, but we can understand its final words.
Happy birthday.
Bang. Black. Over black. The sound of bacon sizzling. Interior, cabin, kitchen, morning. Rachel prepares breakfast. Interior, cabin, bedroom, continuous. Ben sits on the bed, reading his journal. His phone buzzes. He answers.
I was just thinking about how wonderful it is that I don't have to send you photos of my chicken scratches.
Interior, Walter's garage. Walter sits at his dark workstation. All power is turned off.
I mean, you can if you want to. For old time's sake.
Intercut phone conversation.
No, it's okay.
I can't convince you to keep going?
No.
What about the girl? Could I get her to talk you into it? She's still there?
I'm not entirely sure, but I think I smell bacon, so that's a good sign.
Good for you. Well, perhaps I'll try her later. Anyway, you ready for the final 2 hits?
Yeah.
Ben readies his pen to his journal.
Okay. Well, Dream 10-16 pops off in the city of Fullerton at approximately 1100. That should be interesting. Be careful on your ankle. And then your final hit looks to be Dream 4-70 in Joshua Tree around 1700. Of course, I'll text you the exact locations.
470? Wow, that's even still in the archives?
Yeah, it's just assisting the elderly. This is softball. You know me, just trying to up the percentage through the end. And I thought a true Good Samaritan job would be a perfect capper for your career of service. I'll send you the transcript if you want.
As long as it's not a surprise party.
Of course not.
Then I trust you.
Yeah. Good.
Well. I guess this is goodbye. Huh?
Yep.
Thank you for your incredible work.
Thank you for the employment. I've loved this job. You're a good man.
Bye, Walter.
Bye, Ben.
They hang up. Interior, cabin, kitchen. Ben emerges from the hall to the kitchen to find the table ready, complete with hot coffee, and Rachel plating breakfast.
What on earth?
Oh, yeah. Maybe I should have asked if you had any allergies or whatever, but I figured whatever was here was fair game. Plus, it's kind of a big day for you, so I took a little initiative.
She gestures to sit. He does.
You really shouldn't have.
She places the plates on the table. It's a glorious breakfast spread. She sits next to him.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
He smiles, takes it all in, makes a memory. He lifts his mug.
Cheers.
She does the same.
Cheers.
They sip, then dig into breakfast.
You checked the date on that bacon?
Mm.
I'm pretty sure it went bad a couple months ago.
She takes the bacon off his plate and hers. They laugh together. This moment is perfect. Travel montage. Series of shots. Exterior, Big Bear. Rachel's Porsche travels over the dam. Exterior, mountain. The Cayenne travels down the windy mountain road. Exterior, Orange County, suburbs. And back to reality. Exterior, large suburban property. The guest house. The Cayenne pulls up the driveway of a large, beautiful home on a suburban lot, through the side alley, past the main house, to the expansive rear yard. The vehicle comes to a stop in front of a quaint guest house by the swimming pool. Ben and Rachel exit the vehicle, unload their luggage. Ben unlocks the door. End montage. Interior, the guest house, moments later. They leave their luggage just inside the entrance. Ben holds the door open. Rachel looks around. The space is inviting in the most basic ways. The main room has a very open floor plan. On the left, there's a cozy living area with a fireplace. On the right, a basic kitchenette and dining table. 2 rustic metal I-beams run floor to ceiling across the center of the space. An open door on the far end leads to the bedroom.
Another friend's vacation spot?
Yes.
He gestures to the main house.
Someone I helped once, years ago, they donated it to assist me and never asked questions.
Oh, it's cozy.
Thanks.
He checks his watch.
We need to keep moving, actually, then. Hey, we can take my car.
Oh.
Exterior, the guest house, moments later. The two get into Ben's beaten-down 2007 SUV. It pulls away. Exterior, City of Orange, brunch spot, parking lot. Ben's SUV pulls into the parking lot of a hip brunch spot.
We need to watch for a man with a red jacket and red shoes.
Interior, Ben's SUV. Ben and Rachel watch foot traffic from the car. Ben studies his journal.
What's this guy gonna do?
This one's actually kind of unique because it's not about what he's going to do, it's what he did.
The plot thickens.
Committed theft from a vehicle in Colorado last week. He got away with a MacBook containing some important personal files. If the owner doesn't get it back, she'll be ruined.
People really need to back up their shit, man.
People really need to lock their vehicles.
Right?
Rachel opens her laptop, types. The thief, 30, walks by. A sprightly-looking man in red jacket and shoes, a gray backpack on his back. He is flanked by 3 equally sprightly individuals.
That's them. If you want to follow My Ankle Would Love You, they have a lot of energy, but they're unarmed.
Ben gets out of the car, goes in pursuit. Rachel moves to the driver's seat. Exterior, street. Ben steps out of the parking lot behind Red Jacket and the 3 henchmen, begins to trail them. Halfway up the block, they turn a corner into another private lot. Ben follows.
Hey! Hey!
The group stops, turns.
May I have a moment of your time?
Oh yeah, fuck off.
I need that MacBook you've got.
Well, I need it too, and it's mine, so again, fuck off.
I had a feeling you'd say that.
Hey, kick his arse.
The film's centerpiece action sequence ensues. A fight. A foot chase. A fight. Rachel following in Ben's car. A fight with this guy. More chasing. Fight with that girl, etc. There's parkour. Car accidents. Suspenseful sequences in antique malls. We can dream. Anywho, in the end, Ben dispatches each bad guy and recovers the MacBook. Exterior, Placentia, brewery parking lot, a little later. Ben is on the phone near his car looking post-action sequence chic. He's sweating, dirty, disheveled, but not enough to make people stop and stare. He looks closely at the label on the bottom of the MacBook.
Yeah. The cereal matches. This is the one.
Rachel stands in the shade of her brewery about 20 feet away, finishing a post on her phone.
Boo.
Startled, Rachel looks up to see Matt approaching.
Hey!
She goes to him, and they hug, unsure of their exact status. There's a neutral kiss on the cheek.
What is going on? You've been completely ignoring me.
I know. I'm sorry. I've been selfish.
How'd you find us?
Matt indicates the GPS tracker on her keychain, hooked on her purse.
You've been tracking me?
A guy can't worry about his girl.
Well, if the guy really cared, he would call his girl back.
I already apologized. Twice. Your eyes look different.
Oh, yeah, I'm not wearing my lashes.
Why?
Finished with his call, Ben approaches.
Ben, this is Matt.
Oh. Head of your research team.
They shake hands.
And her boyfriend.
Wow, well, it's an honor to meet you.
Likewise.
Is everything okay with the laptop?
Yeah. Owner's actually flying out to get it tomorrow, arranging pickup for the morning.
I don't mean to impose on your schedule. I was just in the area and wanted to see if you had time for lunch. I miss you.
I don't know. I mean, we have to get to Joshua Tree. But...
We've got time. Do you like beer?
Interior brewery. A waiter and waitress set overflowing craft beer taster flights in front of Ben, Rachel, and Matt.
You haven't ordered.
On the house. Lunch as well.
Whatever you'd like, let us know.
Thank you.
Our pleasure.
The waitstaff steps away.
Well, what an honor to dine with America's Samaritan sweethearts.
Stop.
Matt raises a glass.
Salute.
They toast. Sip.
Mm.
Mmm. Mm-hmm.
Bruised hops.
I like it.
Obviously.
Matt pushes the beer away. A lingering silence.
Well, I'm glad this isn't awkward.
Matt.
No, I'm sorry. It's me. I'm not a social person. I'm not used to talking to people.
No, it's just crazy. It's kind of a surreal experience for me.
Of course. Matt, so he's been trying to track you down
It's
for...
kind of been my life's work.
Yes.
If you will.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're not really walking away from it tomorrow, are you?
No.
No?
I'm flying away.
Feigns a chuckle.
Dad joke.
See what you did there. Yeah. You know, I've been reading Rachel's posts and, well, to be honest, I have so many questions. Do you mind?
Go ahead.
Of course. You don't have to answer if you don't want to.
You protecting him? From me?
Babe.
Ben takes a big sip of his bruised beer.
It's fine. For you, I'm an open book.
What you have, what you're doing. Why wait until the last minute to go public?
I never wanted this attention. I hate it. But I also think if the public became aware of what I do, I couldn't do it. You know? So much of my work relied on no one noticing. But I appreciate your affinity for my work over the years, your persistence. And here in the last chapter of my journey, I saw my story on your website in a dream. I sent you a letter. Everything else just kind of happened.
Does stuff just kind of happen for you often?
I'm not sure what you mean.
The waitress arrives.
All right. How are we doing here?
Fine.
Probably just the check. Thanks.
Oh, well, it's on the house. Our treat.
Steps away. Another silence.
I'm sorry. I didn't know if we were actually interested in lunch.
No, you've... I'm sorry if I'm not good with the...
You're fine. You're a lucky man, Ben.
You think?
Your story about the clerk handing you the gift through the ticket, how you've used this to help so many people. It's no secret I'm your biggest fan. But to be honest, You're really fucking disappointing me right now.
Hey, you know what? We're done. We're done here.
No, it's fine. I'm listening.
You have the ability to single-handedly achieve peace on Earth.
And how's that?
I know this is brand new territory for you, but you're already a national sensation and getting bigger. Oh, and also, you're like a real-life superhero. People love superhero stories, and you're basically the real thing.
I'm not.
No? The world is obsessed with the rich and famous. And imagine a superhero celebrity. You could use this gift as a platform to restore faith in a higher power, to promote kindness, equality, for peace, politics, whatever. The world would listen to you. I mean, look at our elected leaders today. Imagine if we entered the presidential race.
I don't want that. I don't want to be a leader. It's not who I am.
Big steps take sacrifice.
I think the biggest problem in our world is people telling other people how to feel. The pressure can make you feel lost, low. I've felt that for too long, and I'm not gonna tell people what to do.
Yeah. Yeah, well, if I had your gift, oh, you wouldn't believe the good I would do. You are wasting a miracle.
You think you've scratched the surface on the work I've done?
I think I did a pretty good job.
Ben smiles, kindly shakes his head.
Why'd you pick me for the interview?
I didn't.
The universe did.
Did it?
Realization sets in. Matt looks at Rachel.
Matt.
He looks back to Ben.
Fuck you.
Matthew!
Matt slides off his stool. Rachel does too.
No. Don't. It isn't worth it.
Matt looks back and forth from Ben to Rachel.
You're so... I'm sick over how much time I wasted on you. Both.
Matt walks out, leaving Ben and Rachel in stunned silence. They become aware of everyone else in the brewery staring at them. Ben stands. Acoustic guitar music begins as they walk to the exit. Everyone with a phone takes photos and video as they leave. Travel montage. Exterior, streets and highway. A series of shots. Ben's car pulls out of the lot. Gets onto the freeway. Leaves town. Interior, Matt's house, living room. Matt arrives home. Surrenders to the couch. He rubs his eyes, looks up, deep in thought. Exterior, Joshua Tree, Walter's family property. Walter's car pulls into a hidden spot on his family lot. He gets out, looks around through a pair of binoculars. He goes to the trunk, opens it, removes a long-barreled rifle case, opens it. Exterior, highway road, desert. Ben's car rolls along the outskirts of Joshua Tree as the sun flirts with the horizon. The fading light paints the landscape with rich, beautiful color. Interior, Ben's SUV, continuous. Rachel admires the landscape.
Oh, can we stop a minute?
Exterior, highway road, shoulder. Ben parks his SUV on the side of the road. Rachel gets out, gazes at the beauty of the land. Ben follows suit. After a moment...
You want a picture for your blog? The last stop.
She considers, then...
No. Thanks.
She just takes it all in. Ben smiles. After a beat, He takes out his cell.
Mind if I have one? Just to complement the memory.
Well, now, since when is a memory not good enough?
Memories get lost sometimes. And I just want to back my shit up.
She laughs.
See, you are funny, believe it or not.
He messes with his phone.
All right, how do you make the camera come this way?
You've never taken a selfie before?
Ben shakes his head no.
Like ever?
No.
Oh my God, get over here.
The montage continues as she teaches him the ways of the selfie. They take some options. They look through the photos together, look at each other in very close proximity. Beat. Ben looks at his watch. They return to the car. It pulls away. End montage. Exterior Joshua Tree, Walter's family property. Ben's SUV pulls onto the property, comes to a stop almost immediately. Exterior Ben's SUV, rifle scope POV. Through highly zoomed-in crosshairs, we see Ben's vehicle. There's a tree in the way, however. It's not a great shot. Exterior, Walter's car, continuous. At a distance, hidden behind his van, Walter lowers the rifle.
Damn it.
He looks through his binoculars.
Oh, come on. I told you to pull around the back.
Interior, Ben's SUV. Ben sits in silent thought.
You okay?
Yeah, I just, I don't feel good about this.
What's wrong?
Being here. I don't know.
What's supposed to happen?
Ben reads his phone.
I'm supposed to help an old man with some chores around the back of his house. Supposedly he falls and no one's around to...
You don't remember?
There's a lot I don't remember. But I always get this deja vu when I'm close.
He closes his eyes, takes a breath.
So let's just go.
It's my last save. I just...
Well, what does your heart tell you?
This isn't right.
When your heart speaks.
He nods, starts the car. Exterior, Ben's SUV, rifle scope POV. Through the crosshairs, Ben's car hangs a U-turn, starts away. Walter lowers the rifle.
What? No, 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 no.
He throws the rifle in the van and pulls away in the same direction. Exterior, Orange County, suburbs, night. Establishing shot, a peaceful city under the stars. Interior, the guest house, night. Ben and Rachel return to the house through the front door. Ben sets the recovered MacBook on the kitchen table.
Well, Reuben Carlson, you are officially retired. So what will you do next? The world wants to know.
First I'm gonna light a fire. Then I'm gonna dig into a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
It's a gift from a friend.
Ah, that sounds like a lovely evening.
Ben retrieves the gift-wrapped bottle from his luggage.
So should I say my goodbyes now?
Do you like Cabernet from Napa Valley?
I do.
I mean, I think it's a cab. I'm not a psychic, but I have a hunch.
It could be.
She smiles. Exterior, the guest house, driveway. Walter cuts the headlights on his van as it pulls into the drive, parking a safe distance away. As quietly as he can, he gets out, goes to the back. He rifles through the cluttered cargo space, finds a canvas reusable shopping bag and empties it. He's improvising. He opens a small gun case and produces a handgun. He checks the chamber, carefully stows it in the bag. He thinks again, then continues to riffle through the mess. Interior, the guest house. In the living area, Ben ignites the flame at the fireplace. At the kitchenette, Rachel finishes pouring the second of 2 glasses. She carries them over, hands one to Ben, presents a toast.
All right. So, to 20 years of sacrifice and superhero-ness, and what was that final number of lives saved?
Stop. Cheers.
He clinks.
Cheers.
She laughs, and they sip.
Right?
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. So, like, you're officially retired. Like, what?
I wasn't sure I'd make it out alive.
I'm glad you did.
She hugs him.
Well, yeah. I mean, I hope so.
Still close, they lock eyes. Rachel searches Ben's face a long moment, runs her fingers in his hair, down his cheek, jaw, and chin. Ben smiles.
You're making a memory.
Me too.
Promise? Because, you know, memories can get lost.
I'm taking this one to the grave.
Their lips grow closer. Knock, knock, knock at the front door. They startle.
Oh my god. Are you expecting someone?
It could only be the owners.
Ben goes to the door.
Oh, shit. My keys. The thing on my
What?
keys. My keys.
He looks at the peephole.
My keys. I have this tracker.
Now the owners or...
He opens the door, revealing Walter. Exterior, the guest house front porch.
Walter, hi.
Ben, I'm very sorry. I apologize for dropping by unannounced. I realized I wanted to get you something before you left.
Oh. Wow, well, you shouldn't have.
Yeah, well, you know, after all the years we've been friends, sort of colleagues, huh? I wanted to send you off with a little something nice. Plus, it's your day, so
it's very thoughtful of you. Thank you.
Mind if I come in?
Sure.
Ben steps aside. Walter looks over his shoulder, wipes his shoes meticulously on the welcome mat. Interior, the guest house, a little later. Ben and Rachel sit on the couch. Walter stands, his back to them, watching the flames dance in the fireplace. We catch the tail end of a good laugh.
Well, anyway, thank you for the hospitality. Now that I've talked your ear off, I think it's time to go. Very sad to say goodbye, and...
He turns, raises the handgun.
Happy birthday.
Rachel screams. Bam, 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 bam. Black. Interior, Matt's house, living room, continuous. Matt gasps as he wakes suddenly on his couch. This dream was the most vivid one to date. He jumps up, grabs his phone, keys, runs out of the house. Interior, Ben's house, night. Walter finishes wiping his shoes, steps in. He sees Rachel standing by the fire.
Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry to interrupt. I didn't know you had company.
No, it's okay. We were just celebrating retirement.
Ben closes the door, puts his hand on the knob to lock it.
Oh yeah? How'd it go in Joshua Tree?
Ben pauses, doesn't lock the door.
No, we couldn't find the guy.
Oh. That's too bad.
Yeah.
Oh, bummer. Maybe I gave you a bad address? Well, we tried.
Mm-hmm. Can I get you a drink?
No, I won't be long. Well, maybe a bottle of water. Hmm?
Sure. Grab a seat.
Oh, thanks. I've been sitting in the car. I'm gonna get back in the car. I'm good.
Ben goes to the fridge. Rachel sits on the couch. Walter looks around.
Nice little place you got here.
You've never been?
No. Truth be told, the only time we ever met in person was the day we met with you.
Really?
Ben hands Walter his water bottle.
Thanks.
Yeah, we connected online. He applied for this research position that I had posted years ago, and we only ever worked remotely together till that day.
Oh. What made my meeting so special?
First interview I'd done.
Oh.
Wanted a little support. Walter graciously obliged. He's the closest thing to a friend I ever had.
Well, you say it like that. Flattered. Come on, we're practically BFFs, right? I mean, I know all your little secrets.
Beat. The vibe in the room has grown noticeably thick. Rachel fidgets nervously on the couch. Ben and Walter stand on opposite sides of the dining area, the table between them.
Would you bring me, Walter?
Oh, yeah, of course. This is very special.
He gestures to the couch.
You might want to sit down for this.
That good, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Then I think I'd rather stay on my feet. Yeah. Ready for anything.
Walter considers.
Suit yourself.
He sets his water on the table next to Rachel's phone. Rachel and Ben watch closely as Walter slowly reaches into the bag. Bzzz. Rachel's phone buzzes. Everyone startles. Walter reads the caller ID.
This Matt can wait, right? Don't want to ruin the surprise.
Rachel nods. The three wait as the buzzes ring out. After the call goes to voicemail, Matt calls again. After an eternity of buzzing, it finally stops. Walter pulls from the bag
Ta-da!
an old dirty college sweater. He holds it up.
Oh.
It might not look like much, but, well, this old thing means a lot to me. Most of my favorite college memories, I was wearing this old boy.
Really?
It's been a big part of my life. I want you to have it. Take it with you, wherever it is that you're going. Here, try it on.
He tosses it to Ben. As Ben reacts to catch it, Walter pulls the handgun from his waistband and aims it at him. Rachel yelps in fear. Ben stands, frozen. He never foresaw this.
Show me your hands.
He does.
Keep them up. Don't move. Rachel, do exactly as I say, or I will shoot him.
Well,
Bam! Rachel screams. A warning shot into the wall just above his shoulder.
This isn't a joke. This isn't a game. Do exactly as I say.
Okay. What do you want?
Where are your cuffs, Ben?
guitar case.
Rachel, get him.
He nods. Walter keeps the gun trained on Ben as Rachel goes to the guitar case in the corner.
Front pouch, there's a mesh pocket inside the first flap.
She pulls the cuffs from the case.
Good girl.
Walter gestures to the I-beam close to Ben.
Back in the beam. Slowly.
Ben obeys.
Hands behind your back. Round the beam.
As Ben follows the orders, Walter repositions himself for the best view. To Rachel,
Cuff him to the beam. Slowly. No funny business, or I'll kill you both.
Ben. Walter, just tell me what you want.
Do it!
As Rachel slowly moves to Ben, she searches his eyes for a hint of a plan. There is none. Ben looks lost. She readies the cuffs.
Show me.
She steps back, holds the cuffs out in clear view.
Put 'em on. Slow.
Without any resistance from Ben, Rachel cuffs his hands around the beam. She steps back again so Walter can see. They're on, tight and secure.
Good. Sit.
She sits on the couch.
Now, I only want to ask this once. Where's the rest of the money?
What? It's all gone.
I've been involved in every detail of your life, buddy. You think I haven't been keeping track? By my calculations, you still have more than half of it left.
Well,
so don't try to fuck with me and just answer me honestly.
He's telling the truth.
Shut up, idiot.
I swear he gave what he had left to the robber guy yesterday.
Okay, look. I'm trying to make this as painless as possible. I mean, I'm going to find it with or without you. If you're dead or alive. So please, it'll save so much headache if you just tell me. Where is it?
Silence.
Okay, well, if that's how it's going to be. You know, you were supposed to just disappear. You're making a lot more work for me, and, if we're being honest, I'm not enjoying it.
He turns slightly, looks reflectively into the fireplace, watching the flames dance.
I've always envied fire. The way it moves. So gracefully, without any effort. It doesn't even have to try or think. Simply life. No worries, no decisions. Just a natural reaction.
He lets out an unsettling laugh.
Well, anyway. Thank you for the hospitality and the drink. Now that I've talked your ear off, I think it's time to go. Very sad to say goodbye, and
he turns, raises the handgun.
Happy birthday.
Rachel screams, leaping from the couch. She shoves Walter as he fires an errant shot. He hits the mantel and he stumbles back.
Rachel!
Growling with ferocity, Rachel grabs the iron fireplace poker and swings it at Walter's head with full intensity. He yelps in pain as he deflects the blow with his left forearm. The poker goes into the wall and sticks there. As she struggles to pull it free, Walter pistol whips her to the floor.
No!
He raises his gun to her head.
I hated you from the minute I saw you in the hallway.
Walter, don't!
Bam! Matt bursts through the door, startling all three. He knocks the gun from Walter's hand and lays a haymaker across his face. As Walter goes to the floor, Rachel kicks the gun under the couch. Matt pounces on Walter, grabs his shirt, and lands 3 more good shots across his face.
Whoa, Matt, that's enough. That's enough.
Matt stops. Walter groans in pain, his nose clearly broken and his eyes swelling shut. Rachel goes for her phone.
I'm sorry, I'm just... Please just let me go. I'm a pathetic. I made a bad decision. I didn't want to.
Bam! One more punch knocks him out cold. Ben looks at Matt. They smile. It's kind of funny.
Hi, we need officers quick.
They should be right behind me.
Right on cue, sirens crescendo. Ben and Rachel stare at Matt, impressed.
I cheated. I called him.
Fade to exterior, the guest house, later. police officers load a handcuffed Walter into their cruiser. At an ambulance, a paramedic wraps Matt's hand. The front door of the guest house is open. Interior, the guest house. Ben watches as another paramedic finishes tending to Rachel. A butterfly bandage shores up a cut near her eye. The paramedic checks her pupils with a mag light.
Use ice if it swells, and it'll probably bruise. Just take it easy and rest as much as you can the next couple days.
Okay, thank you.
Of course.
The paramedic exits, and 2 police officers saunter past as they, too, prepare to clear the scene.
You two take care of yourselves now. America needs you.
Thank you, officer.
You as well, sir. Be safe.
The other officer fumbles for his phone. To Rachel,
Would you take a selfie with us? My daughter's a huge fan.
Oh, yeah, of course.
she takes his phone and Ben ducks away.
Well, my son is too, and my wife.
The officers pose as Rachel takes a photo with them.
Hey, thank you so much.
He's lying. He doesn't have any kids.
Shut up. That's not true. I'll show you. You want to see pictures?
Oh, get off it. Leave her be. Come on.
All right. Bye, ma'am. Oh, wait. You got my business card, right?
Yes, got it. Bye, officers. Thank you.
As the police step away, Matt approaches the porch. He and Ben share a look of understanding.
When did the dreams start?
Cut to interior, Ben's house, living area. A few minutes later, Matt stands near the fireplace. Ben sits on the couch. Rachel leans against the kitchenette.
Not a week ago. First couple were very vague, but tonight it was very clear.
Ben nods.
Start a journal. Write down everything you remember. As you do this, they'll start to become clearer and more focused.
Yeah. Okay.
Be patient with yourself, though. Let it come to you. Listen, if you ever need help,
I'll figure it out. You did.
He starts to the door.
wait.
He stops. Ben stands, goes to the rack of firewood. He pulls it away from the wall, revealing the panel of a hidden safe.
From the start, I knew I had to put this half away and protect it. I don't know how, but I knew. Like, this wasn't mine to use.
He pulls out the yellow duffel bag from the opening sequence.
Seems pretty clear now what's left of my good fortune. There's some cash in here, but the rest of the funds are in an account. Instructions and access info they're in here.
He offers it to Matt.
Thank you for coming.
Matt understands what this means. He accepts it. He is honored, thrilled, filled with emotion.
Thank you.
On his way out the door, Rachel stops him.
Matt. Thanks.
He nods.
If you ever want to talk.
Goodbye, Rachel.
Bye.
He turns.
Goodbye, Ben.
Take care of yourself.
He leaves, pulls the door shut behind him. Outside, crickets chirp, filling the silence. Rachel goes to Ben.
Do you have to disappear?
Beat.
I need a break.
She nods.
Come with me.
I need to work. My career is... I have to strike while the iron's hot. My dream is coming true.
Beat.
Can I have your phone number?
If I give it to you, will you stay?
Ben gives this careful consideration. He hands her his phone. She punches in her number. He smiles.
What?
You didn't laugh at me.
I'm not her anymore.
Ben searches her eyes, nods, kisses her. They keep kissing. Fade to black. Fade in. Exterior, Ben's house, morning. A beautiful Southern California sunrise shines golden light on Ben's guest house. Interior, Ben's house, kitchenette, living area, 8 a.m. A fire crackles in the fireplace. Rachel types on her laptop at the table. She's freshly showered, her hair wrapped in a towel, wearing linen clothes that are clearly Ben's. She wears no makeup. Her bruised eye looks equally painful and badass. She sips a fresh cup of coffee. The bedroom door opens. Ben emerges, carrying his dream journal. He sees her, smiles.
You're still here.
So are you.
He kisses her on his way to coffee. He pulls a mug down from a cabinet, pours a coffee.
You sleep okay?
Ben pauses, considers. A look of bewildered realization sweeps across his face.
I didn't dream.
What?
I didn't dream.
Ben's legs weaken. He sits across from her, lost in a whirlwind of panic, disbelief, concern, and finally, wild relief. He smiles. For a brief moment, a laugh leaps from his heart. And then they sit together in a moment of bittersweet silence. He looks down at his dream journal. After a moment, he tosses it into the fire. It burns. Exterior, breakfast cafe a little later. Establishing shot of a local, cozy, 10-table breakfast cafe. Interior, breakfast cafe, continuous. Ben and Rachel finish breakfast. The stolen laptop that Ben recovered yesterday is on the table. Rachel checks her eye with her compact. She's still fresh-faced. No makeup.
I bet you could cover that up.
Yeah. Maybe I don't want to.
Rachel's phone sounds a tone. She glances at it, determines she has to respond, picks it up, begins to type.
It's kind of cool, right? Like a bookmark in this crazy story.
Bells on the cafe door jingle. Ben looks over Rachel's shoulder to see a well-dressed businesswoman, 60, enter. He nonchalantly flags her down. The woman sees and starts toward him. Rachel, still focused on her phone, doesn't notice, but continues the conversation.
I mean, like, as long as it doesn't leave a scar, or like if it does, if the scar goes away, but I've got a really good gel for that, so I think I'll be good.
I'm sure.
Hi?
Ben stands to greet her.
Hello.
Are you Ben? You found my computer? Alice.
Rachel finally sets her phone down, turns, looks up.
Ben, yes. It's right here. But I'm actually stepping out. Please.
He offers his chair. The woman and Rachel lock eyes. Ben slips away. The women seem frozen in time until...
Mom.
Hi, honey.
A long beat. Both unsure what to say. Finally, Rachel makes the leap.
You want to sit?
She considers.
Yes.
She does. Guitar music plays over the closing montage. Exterior, street. Ben walks the street, liberated.
Quiet experience now is much different.
Interior, breakfast cafe. Rachel and her mother reconnect over coffee.
Do I miss the dreams? Feeling like I'm part of the network? Sometimes.
Exterior, Big Bear, cabin on the lake. Ben unhooks the real estate for sale sign from the post, takes it inside.
But I've found a good balance. I can disconnect peacefully without feeling lost.
Interior, a public event. Rachel is bombarded with citizens requesting photos and autographs.
And still, sometimes I wonder what my purpose is now. Sometimes I feel like a lonely drop in the ocean, but...
Exterior, a long road. Matt walks down the road with a faded yellow duffel bag and a backpack. He totes a small, rolling suitcase.
I finally have an opportunity to focus on and find myself, who I was.
Exterior, Big Bear, cabin on the lake, rear deck, sunset. Ben plays guitar as he takes in a beautiful sunset on the water. Rachel's laptop sits open nearby.
Who I am.
Rachel emerges from the cabin with 2 glasses of wine. She sits next to Ben, hands him a glass. A close-up on Rachel's laptop reveals a Word document title screen that reads, The Dreamer, a Memoir. The blessing disguised as a curse.
Who I'm supposed to be.
Ready to start?
They toast.
Yes.
They sip.
So I close my eyes, find my quiet place, clear my thoughts.
They kiss.
And just...
black. The music ends. Over black.
Listen. Sam. So while I'm trying to put it together, the credits somehow like the wrong song got dropped on the credits. Can I play Jamie's song or would that might be messed up? Do I just play it from myself? Oh no, that's not it. That's not it. So smooth. So if anybody can hear us, Jamie wrote a song. She had a challenge of writing a song for the credits of As This Crawled Up. She had like 1 day to do it, and she finished recording it like as we sat down to to start the reading. And I rendered the tune, and I don't know what happened. I'm just been so bad at like labeling stuff lately. So
Hey, Paul,
I'm
Paul,
yeah.
I'm having a dream of how it went.
Can you edit?
Yeah, I'll sing it for you.
Okay, here it goes. I'm gonna edit. Wait, here we go. This is Jamie Carganilla's original song for the
Okay,
credits.
never mind. Go. Yours is better.
Can't hear it.
You can't hear it?
It's super
Turn it
quiet.
up. Turn it up.
It's like super quiet.
Killed. It's killed. It's been killed. Yeah. Jamie was like literally recording this as we were getting ready to go live, and I'm like, we're gonna have it in time, and I'm editing it as we're doing the show, and I'm like, it's gonna happen.
It's fine. It was done in the living room on my keyboard in like one take, so it's
You know, you can send me that stuff, and I'll like master it real quick and send it back to you.
We fought really hard for this, so it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It doesn't have audio. The video I sent you? Oh, can we play it now? from my computer, from my editing bay. If I share the window, yes. The answer is
Are we
yes.
still streaming? What are they seeing through
It
this?
is not a Vaudacity show unless something like this happens.
Right now, we're seeing just the credits roll.
Okay.
Hang on. Can I
Again,
share?
I think.
It's riveting.
What if I share? Yes. That's why I love Sam. This is Final Cut, featuring Jamie's song. Nope, that's not Jamie's song. God, wait, that is Jamie's song. Yes? Here we go.
I've had a front row seat for most of my life to the best show in the world. Alright, and I have wished it all away. I'm always starting over. I wake up to another day, a world on my shoulders. Oh, the chase, oh, the wonder. The universe has spoken, haunted by the chase. Gotta fix it all before it's broken. What to do with a gift you don't want anymore? Miracles at my fingertips, behind every door. And I know I never asked for this, but it led me to you. It's a dream I never saw, but I think I always knew. Oh, the chase, oh, the wonder. The universe has spoken, haunted by the chase. Gotta fix it all before it's broken. Oh, the chase, oh, the wonder. The universe has spoken.
Big thanks for making that work somehow, Sam. And give it up for Jamie Carganilla in that song. And do I have like a here we go. I would like to say thank you to my entire cast and crew this evening. Please give it up for Jamie Carganilla again. Mr. Darrin Ingram. Dan Franklin.
Whoop whoop.
Hunter Ackerman.
Yeah.
Amanda Benjamin. Dylan White. Saving the day last minute, Katie McTire. Rocking the marathon narrator role, Frank
Yes.
Romeo with all of the words
Yes, Frank.
in here.
So many words.
Mr. Craig Jackman helping us out with the utility roles behind the scenes. And the man who built that program of the show that you just watched, just an internet OBS wizard, Mr. Sam Miklich. Give it up for Sam.
Great script, buddy.
I appreciate everybody who's been here. We've been at 30 households strong the whole entire show, and just love you guys. I cannot thank again enough the cast, the crew for coming together and doing this on a holiday and bringing the script, the words to life. I love you all. Thank you all so much. I take my hats off to you and all of the hats, and I love you so much, and I cannot express how much I love you guys. Thank you.
And we love you, man. Let's give it up for Mr. Paul Carganilla for that amazing production and that script. Wouldn't happen without you, man. It's all you.
And this is where everybody gets an out. Everyone's allowed to turn their camera off and go away, and everybody's allowed to leave the YouTube channel. But anybody who wants to stay and just chat for a few minutes, if anybody out there has any questions, or if anybody in the cast wants to have a little discussion about what we just read, feel free, and I'll make sure that we do not stay past 11 p.m. That is my promise to you. But if we squeeze, if anybody wants to squeeze in any conversation about it, now is a great time, and I'll let Craig just like run that thing.
Okay.
I'm actually an hour ahead of you guys, so I'm going to peace out now.
You're past 11. Give it up again for Dylan White.
Brilliant, Dylan.
Thank you, Dylan. Thank you.
Love you, man.
Amazing.
Good to see you.
It has been a very long day for me as well, so I'm going to bow out for tonight.
Dan, thank you.
Love you, buddy.
Thank you so much for having me.
Good night,
Thanks for
Danimal.
doing this again. 6 years later.
I know.
Do it again.
I love your guitar wall.
There he goes.
Okay.
Ah.
So, okay, you just said 6 years later.
Yeah.
Obviously, it has taken a while to get to this point, but what inspired you to write this? I mean, you really have to watch, if you're going to, and that would be another question is, what is the end process to this? But we'll get to that. What inspired you to write this?
It came from an idea, a random idea I had. We used to live in Studio City, and I would go jogging around this park with a track, and where kids were playing and like softball teams were practicing. And one day, I think I was watching like a low flying plane fly overhead, and it was just so low that it struck me as weird. When things happen to you throughout the day where you're just like, that's weird. And just in my vision, in some sort of, for some reason, it just in my vision, like I imagined it coming down and crashing, and someone was in the park who knew how to save the kids and was a regular person, but knew how to do it because he knew it was coming. It just all kind of came just from this random idea when I was out jogging one day, and then it just starts as just a little thing like that, and it goes, that could be a story. What would that story be? Oh, he knew the plane was going to crash because he had a dream about it. Was that his first dream about it, or does he have these often? And then it just kind of branches out into a how can I write a story about a guy who has horrible visions and dreams and they come true, and then he knows how to be there to stop them or
Clairvoyance.
to help. and then you kind of go into the problem solving mode where you think, how can I tell a story where this makes sense and it's still entertaining and people don't every 5 seconds go, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. So you have to just kind of create humans at the center of the story that people might care about, and then you kind of build backwards from there. That's kind of what happened here, at least.
Yeah, and especially the way that you ended that with, I guess, passing off the vision to Dan's character, to Matt, but at the same time, it's like he sees the vision of, I guess, what's supposed to happen to you, and I guess that's the transition.
It is, and then, that was this, and Darrin can speak to this as well, like as someone who writes stories and writes screen stories, and like when you have an idea of how it might end, but your characters would disagree with you, that is like the thing, and Rachel mentions it in the story, is like, if you're still having the dreams, how can you possibly stop? And I couldn't answer that question. I couldn't work around that, how Ben would actually just be able to ignore it. And so I kind of had to create a way that made sense for him to pass the torch and still be okay. And that was kind of with, Matt has been obsessed, and it's been his life's work, as he says, and like, what makes more sense than for him to get that gift? And so that kind of just was, it's a way to pass the torch, but it's also a way to, in this world of sequels, invite the story to continue. And there's a lot of fun opportunities for, future chapters. What I didn't mean to do when writing this story, but I was listening to some commentary from James Cameron about the recent Avatar movies, and he said it's just like, it's hard to just build a world in one movie that people can revisit. And I kind of like, I was watching this as I was doing laundry like a few days ago, and I was like, that's kind of what I did here accidentally. But like, I kind of set up this world where it could be a series of chapters of stories, and it could branch off into different things. And I don't know.
It's kung fu with a new protagonist every season.
Right.
Either that, or
Doctor
I was
Who?
even thinking Quantum Leap.
Oh yeah.
Type of thing.
Yeah.
Because if it is able to continue, which is going to lead me to the question that I was going to pose.
Yeah.
It can go on depending upon how creative the storylines are. So I am going to ask that question now, because you kind of broached it a little. What is the idea? What is the plan for the script? I mean, Matthew King even said, when do we film this?
Oh man. There's a story behind that too, because when we all met Paul and started hanging out, he had not one but two of these things. He's like, what do you want to do? You want to do this one? You want that one? Yeah, I voted for this one. I did not vote for the Haunted Man, but the Haunted Man won, and we ended up making that picture instead, which was great.
Yeah, I had two scripts at the time, The Dreamer and the Haunted Man, and I was talking to Dan Franklin about it, and he was saying, which one is closer to your heart? Which one do you want to do first? And the Haunted Man was something that I'd been working on for a lot longer than this one. This one I had just kind of scratched the surface of. Obviously, it's draft 2 6 years later, and it's just like, the Haunted Man is something that's been a huge part of my life for a lot longer than this, but I love this story too. So, I don't know. We'll see what the future for this is. This is like, it's wild to have a second draft 6 years later. Usually the second draft is like 3 months later, but I don't know. We'll see.
When you're ready to scout out some vistas in Big Bear for some sunsets, let me know, man.
I'm telling you, I fell in love with the love letter to California, or Southern California, that this picture was, as I could imagine. Yes. That's going to be so much fun to make. And they're like, but listen, we can do the whole movie in a hotel and not change locations one time. So
with a green screen.
Yeah.
Sam's so mad at me because of all of the different locations he had to get pictures for to build this scene.
Oh, I was like, oh, don't worry. I got you plenty of pictures. I got you locations. Like, great. Awesome. Thank you, man. And there's like 13 pictures in this file and I need 120. So,
but I picked all the music. We couldn't hear the music in the Zoom, so I was like, "Is there music?" And Sam's like, "Yeah, you can't hear it, but it's happening." I tried to help.
I enjoyed reading the locations too because every time I came up, it's like, "Oh, I've been there. I remember that place. Yeah. Oh yeah, I bet he's thinking about this place." Like, we got to Orange. I was like, "Oh, that's around the corner from my dad's house."
I have an idea of the Placentia Brewery too.
Yes.
That's something I talked about at the first reading. Was like it is kind of a love letter to Southern California. It's like you can be in all of these different locations in like 2 or 3 days. You can be up in the snow in the mountains. You can be surfing on the beach, on a pier on the beach. You can be in the desert.
California challenge. Hey, you want to be careful though. People are going to start to notice if every script that you write has a scene in a brewery.
Where people are drinking and toasting and cheering. I don't know.
No, not that.
How many scenes and how many movies do I have people drinking and going cheers? It's
so many.
Theme. It's just a theme.
Okay. Christy Davila asks, what changes did you make in draft 2?
I had to figure out a way to make the ending make sense. At the end of the first draft, I do this thing to finish my first draft where I set a timer that I cannot extend. And that is I book the actors and the location where we're going to read it for a certain day. And so I have to finish it by that day. And so when I was writing the first draft, like I still did, like I had this idea and I still didn't know how to end it and make it make sense. And I ended, I mean, there were a lot of little changes here and there. And I would say that the biggest change came in making Ben and Rachel end up together in the end and make it make sense. Like when I wrote the first act, I couldn't figure out how to do that. So it was kind of a half-assed version of I think they had a one night stand and then he disappeared, and that was the end of the first draft. Like, so I wanted to find a way to either have them end up together and he wouldn't be tortured every day by his dreams, or work it, or they would never even hook up. It would just be like, well, the closest they got was that near kiss before Walter came, and that would be it. So I would say that the biggest change between drafts 1 and 2 was finding a way for Ben and Rachel to end up together and the audience doesn't hate it. But there were a lot of other smaller changes.
So that would be the most significant change then.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Because you're getting lots of comments here in the chat about how incredible it was. And what I loved is that you literally had to follow the story before everything came through together. Is that a writing style that you just embellished at that time, or is that how you? I'm trying to figure out how to ask this properly, because it's like all of a sudden everything just bam came together. Is that the way that you originally intended for it?
I think that like I walked an interesting balance when, like, what do you do when your hero knows what's happening next? How does that become interesting? But I think like it came to you had to come to the realization that the hero is Rachel. And I don't know. I think there's a moment when Walter shows up and Ben realizes he didn't see this coming. And so that's kind of what sets that last scene into motion, is just seeing Ben. This is the first time in the script that we see Ben not confident and not comfortable. And so it was fun to see how many little time bombs I could set up that would go off after the realization that Ben didn't have full control. And so when you go back in the second pass and you try and see how many things can pay off after the main character or the hero, or who you thought was the hero, has lost his way, could actually pay off. I think that's where you find ways throughout the whole story to make them, to tie everything together.
Jamie, I gotta ask.
Wait, what is?
It says
I
hi,
got-
cuz.
Oh yes.
I was like,
I didn't count on the reflection coming in. I've
That was-
never held
There,
my
that's better.
the iPad up to the screen to do a screen thing. Sorry, that was a lot funnier in my head.
If there are no other if there are no questions from the audience, I'd just love to chat with the cast.
I didn't see any. I was just going to ask about
Yeah.
really quickly Jamie's journey in this, because I mean, he's been working on this for so long, you know, and you're there. You've obviously seen Haunted Man. You've also seen the other smaller shorts that he's done. Tell us about this from your perspective.
And directed one, by the way.
Yeah. Well, I've been saying for years that this is the one that he needs to finish and do.
Thank you.
And I'm always on him, like, what's happening with the Dreamer? What are we doing with the Dreamer? And he, for the longest time, was like, I don't know. I just don't know how to fucking end it. I don't know.
I don't know how to end it. That was the biggest thing
I
forever.
don't know how to end it. I'm stuck. There's too many. It would need such a big budget to make it be what I want it to be. And the biggest problem is I don't know what I want to happen. And then so we talked about it, and it was kind of confusing because there's this whole, to me, my biggest bother was what about Matt? So we have Matt, we have Rachel. Matt and Rachel have been together for a long time. She obviously loves him, otherwise she wouldn't be with him. But then there's Ben. So when Paul was like, so do they end up together? I was like, I don't know. I guess we want them to, but what about Matt? So we went back and forth for years, and then we would just not talk about it for 8 months. And then I'd be like, what's happening with the Dreamer? And round we go.
Just turn him into a jerk. Problem solved.
No, he was a jerk from the beginning.
Okay.
But girls love jerks.
It's kind of Matt is kind of for the old Rachel.
Yeah.
You know, that's exactly the part of her that he connected with. And once
he's mean Matt.
went on this journey, she's different.
Frank, are you okay?
Go, Frank.
No, I was trying to point, but then I realized everybody's view of where we are in the thing. I'm going to be looking up, and I'm looking at Jan instead of Marcia and whatever.
Frank is
No,
literally
you are Bobby Brady on everyone's screen.
Oh. Hashtag accurate. So I can already picture the post-credit scene, though, because the power, whatever it is, either synchronicity or whatever is conferring or making the transfer happen, or maybe you two did it, but you can set it up to be the first time that Matt does the thing, and you can also set it up that it doesn't have to be I know Kung Fu.
Yeah.
Because he hasn't spent his whole life studying martial arts, right? He's just been this jerk whose dad owns a thing. So whatever his power is, you set that up in the post-credit scene, and then people know, oh, this isn't just guy does nice things and occasionally kicks ass. Or maybe it's Matt getting his ass kicked, which for how
That's
he left
a great
her,
log line. The Dreamer.
deserves.
Man does nice things and occasionally kicks.
That's a gift. You could take that.
Where's Dan to defend himself?
I think,
well, yeah.
honestly, Matt comes off a lot nicer in this draft than he did in the first draft. In the first draft, I made him just a total dick, and in this one, I gave him more of the save the cat, if you will, and I also softened up their relationship a little bit. In the first one, they said "I love you" several times, and when Worth asks, "How's your girl?" and Matt's like, "I don't know where it's going," and he's like, "Wife material," and he's just like, "Possibly." But in this one, he was just like, "We have fun." And then Worth says, "Sounds like a waste of time." So I had to make it easier for the Matt, and that was Jamie's biggest thing, was the Matt and Rachel breakup is too easy in the first draft.
Yeah, I felt like Rachel didn't care at all. She was just like, oh.
And also,
and
if
then
you
she
ask
went on with
somebody-
Ben. I was like, what?
Sorry.
Go ahead, Frank.
If you ask somebody wife material and they're like, maybe, That sounds like a no to me.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, but when he's like, no, I mean, she's cool. She's fun. We have a good time. Obviously, like, he just like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, and they have a good time. And it's not like, oh,
The
we're
stakes are a lot
soulmates and we
lower
stare into each
in that
other's eyes.
relationship. Yeah. Which is good.
Also, to Frank's point, like we talked about, what is Matt gonna do with it now? It's entirely possible that in episode 2 or chapter 2, he's trying to become Hitler or Mussolini or whatever with it.
That would be a great twist to make the guy, because he was the guy that was like, "Lord, think what you could do with this power."
He wants the power.
Politically.
It's a setup.
Power should never be conferred upon people who want it.
I just imagine you can see the future, your dreams come true. Like, hello.
And then we chatted about it, and then the second chapter is Rachel and Ben have to come together to stop Matt, and Ben doesn't have his dreams anymore, and so it's difficult, but he knows how he thinks. And anyway, Darrin,
so you're charting like a 10-year arc on the franchise? Or are you thinking like five season show?
I haven't penned the deal with Netflix yet, but we'll sit down at the table with.
There's some interest there. We'll leave it at that. So we're in talks.
Darrin,
I was just thinking the Matt timeline of him getting that. Who is Matt's Walter?
Walter is Matt's Walter.
So then he has to be a villain. What?
Yeah, that's right. No,
I don't know.
You mean Matt's timeline and seeing the dream?
Well, no, because Ben,
who's the guy in the chair?
Ben and Walter work together to know where Ben's got to be for where those dreams happen when.
Yeah.
Walter seems to be the guy that crunches the numbers to make that happen.
Mm-hmm.
So then for Matt has the dream, but he doesn't necessarily know the when or where.
But he
was also a research guy.
He sees Rachel and Ben on the couch, and he's.
I'm thinking go forward, not within the context of this.
But the next movie.
Yeah, for the future.
Sidekick, so to speak.
Who's Matt's guy in the chair?
It's Walter. He gets Walter out of jail. He breaks Walter out.
Why would he do that?
Yeah, that would not happen.
But
no.
I think that's a really fun post-credit scene, don't you? Right?
Or how much time is Walter going to get for what he actually did?
Maybe Red Jet.
Now we've got 2 post credits.
Unless we find out that Matt knew the whole time and Walter and Matt were working together and the bust through the door thing was all planned.
Ooh,
you bust through the door, you're going to punch me 3 times. Don't break, not the left
I'm going to get all that money. Boom, we split it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's going downtown for attempted murder based on that scene. I think he's getting probation. He's a solid probie. So for sure he's around for part 2.
What if the guy at the bank was actually the Walter?
There you go.
He was in on it, and they were 3-way splitting that money.
Now we've introduced a new character.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the guy at the convenience store that gave him
the guy that was going to rob the bank.
The robber guy.
Oh.
Remember, he gave him all the money. It wasn't really giving them
What
the
if
money.
it was the White Daisies girl?
Could be.
Yeah, the guy with the painted squirt gun.
The daisies, that tripped me out.
The Vatos
So many ways
Locos.
to
Let's
go.
bring him back.
Yeah.
Let's
What was the
I'm sure
mis-
this is
what
what
was the
what creative
mystery?
writing groups do.
Give you a
This
big
is what
what
happens
if.
in White Lotus roundtables. This is it.
Oh, White Lotus. Oh man, what a show.
Oh Lord, best ever.
What a show.
Question.
Yeah.
The dream of that is that one from the vault? Are we still going to do that? That became go to Joshua Tree so I can kill you someplace where nobody will hear it for 5 miles. What was the dream from the vault that was, because that could be, it's either a loose end that needs to be sewn up or just one that they didn't, like you've set up, like some we just didn't quite pull off, and that's fine. But to Jamie's point, maybe there are a certain number of, he gives me these dreams and I'm giving him false logistics so we can set up this thing.
Yeah.
I
think that the dream on the last day in Joshua Tree is just a setup.
Totally made up.
He just says it's from way back when.
So he pulls a number out of his butt that he knows is going to be, because we've already established
from years ago
that Ben has sketchy memory at times. Okay, yep, that works. Sorry, yeah, you've established that.
Also, I feel like maybe I missed it, but I feel like maybe we need like a short scene that introduces us to the fact that Walter wants his money, because otherwise, I mean, I don't know, Craig, is that what you were saying? Like, you spend a lot of time confused as like, what's actually going on here? And then it's just like, okay, everything just falls together. Like, maybe we need a little bit of pieces of cheese to like lead the way a little bit more. So we're just like,
maybe something along that line. And it doesn't have to be obvious, but something that maybe kind of, just triggers the
something,
head.
right? Like, why is Walter logged into Wells Fargo and in his account?
He's got like 10 past due bills on the counter in the garage.
Right. Just a little something. So we're just like,
You
oh
definitely
shit,
set up
I think
the-
Walter, oh my God. So
And
we're
then
not
when
just like, why is Walter have
it's
a
like
rifle?
it's there, camera shoots it, comes back, move on, but then all of a sudden it comes back.
I hear you, Frank.
Pacoima. He lives in Pacoima.
He lives in Pacoima, yeah.
I used to work in Pacoima.
So he works out of a corner of his garage in Pacoima. That's
It's a little rough.
Need you say more?
One breadcrumb.
Does the Chamber of Commerce in Pacoima have a video we can play?
But Canoga Park.
I mean, to his credit, he has a house with a garage.
I mean, and it could get lost in the reading, and it like if it's made into a film, it could be a lot more clear how upset Walter is that the girl is still there.
Right.
I think like in the script, it can kind of get buried. I guess if you're just reading out loud, you're still with her, she's still there. Come on, man. But I mean, if you made it clear, Walter wants Ben to be alone. And needs Ben to be alone.
I think that was clear.
Really know
Yeah,
why.
I got the vibe that there was.
It's just like, why? Why does
Right.
But I think maybe just a little more early, where there's like like what Jamie said, there's a little hint of sinister in Walter. He's got another, an alternative plan. But this is all part of the plan.
I mean, so the first scene on the Joshua Tree property, where he's talking with his brother about burying something, is the
doubling the cargo.
It's the midpoint of the movie. I mean,
yeah, it's just there's no hint of a motive. That's what I think we're hinting at.
Okay,
It's just like a little.
Do you need to know? Like,
It would be nice. I mean, just like a little scent of, oh my gosh, I think maybe he's interested in his bank account.
I don't know.
Why does it matter? Like, if you're thinking he wants to kill Ben, like, do you want it? Do you have to know why?
Yeah.
I think, well, in a sense, I agree with Jamie, but I also say, Jamie, it's also part of the mystery.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And maybe there's just some little, but which is what I like what you said. Some little tick, doesn't have to be obvious, but some little tick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
that
and it'll
at the
work for
very
the mystery.
end, because you call back so much, that
Right.
maybe,
Right.
That
Even
also-
just like,
it would-
where's my business card? Oh, sorry. I guess I forgot to give it back to you. I don't know. Like something that just makes us go,
I think that Rachel should be the one to uncover that too. I didn't realize that this was not an actual garage. Like I picked an image of a garage. I didn't know he was working out of his home garage in Pacoima. Like, what if Rachel said something like, "Oh, you work out of your garage? Doesn't this guy pay any money for what you do?" And he's, "Well, the love of money is the root of all evil, honey."
Yeah,
I'm a
it would
fan
also
of
work
the,
in this direction sorry, go. Amanda.
No, I was just saying, I'm a fan of like the Agatha Christie model, wherein the clue is there, but you have no hint of it. So by the end, you're like, oh, what?
Yeah.
Like you're completely shocked. You would have had no idea,
right,
at all.
And then there were
If you
none.
go back and read it again, you're like, but
And
not
also
that big hint. Not that
right
in your
Right.
face. Hey, why aren't you making enough money here? That's like
Right.
a big thing. I like that, like super subtle.
Exactly. Yeah.
Subtle is good.
Yes, and
basically
something that
exactly what
wasn't subtle.
Thank you.
Something that wasn't subtle was when I said we'll be done by 11. So I
I have a button.
I'm gonna end the live stream. And I love you all, and thank you so much for being here. Give it up one more time for all of our performers tonight, and Sam Miklich, and our social media team, Christina, Dari, Heather. We love you all. Happy New Year. Thank you for spending New Year's Day evening with us.
Happy New
Love
Year,
you
everyone.
so much, and we hope to see you soon right here on Vodacity. Good night.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Peace in your respective hoods.